basket boy, Bill Rigney. Pinch batting for West Western as we open the last half of the 8th inning as the Giants go down the last mile. The Dodgers may have just served a death warrant. Carrillo lined to the pitcher to open the 8th, an uneventful beginning, but then Reese singled to right. Snyder followed with another quick single, and with men on first and third with one out, Sal Magley wild pitched Snyder home. Dodgers led 2-1. Robinson walked. There were men then on first and third with one out still. Thompson made an error on Pafko's grounder. Another run came in. Then Cox singled home another run. There's a pitch over there for a called strike as the Brooklyn fans roar, roar, roar. Signs go up everywhere. Go, Dodgers, go. Hank Thompson is on deck. Right-hand hitter here. Bill Rigney, the batter, the basketball, chokes the bat. The outfield's off to the left. He takes strike 2 called on the outside corner, and Rigney backs out. On deck is Hank Thompson, who will hit for Sal Magley. Donkey Thompson will hit for Sal Magley. Magley will no longer be a factor in the game's winning. Newcomb into the big pumping motion. Big Don brings it down. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That's all for Bill Rigney. And up comes Sal Magley, or rather Donkey Thompson, as we've told you, hitting for Sal Magley. On deck, Stanky, down in the hole, Dark. Giants fighting the final summons. For the Giants, who showed a heart of oak and winning 38 of their last 46 games up until today, finally going down the drain here, 4-1 in the last half of the 8th, as there's a 4th straight strike thrown by Newcomb, responding to the 4-1 lead, bearing down. Hank Thompson on deck, hitting Hank Thompson up there hitting 236, batting for Magley, crouches, runs up, bunts the ball, foul down the third base line, and the Giants resorting to bunting now against Don Newcomb's tremendous speed. Now it's 2 strikes. Newcomb has thrown the first 5 pitches for strikes here in the 8th inning. The outfield is straight. Reese and Robinson laid deep in the infield. 4-1 in favor of the Brooklyn Dodgers, who got an earned run and 2 unearned runs in the 8th inning against Sal Magley. Last half of the 8th inning now. Newcomb on the hill. Big Don kicks, fires it down. Thompson backs away for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Paper being thrown out in left field, out of the stands, littering the fields. Dodger supporters beginning to celebrate, perhaps a little bit precipitately. The Giants facing extinction in the National League race. They are 4 outs away. Thompson swings, hits one down to the right side. Hodges goes over, backhands Newcomb's over to cover for the out. Hodges sped to his right, made a good backhand stop, halfway back on the skin of the infield. 2/3 of the way over toward, or 1/3 of the way over toward second. Stopped the ball, skidded. After putting on the chains, turned around, threw a perfect precision spot throw to Big Newcomb, rushing over to his left to cover first on the lob for the out. 3-1. And now Eddie Stanky is the batter from Mobile, Alabama. Leo's pride and joy. Dangerous clutch man. Plenty of hustle. Newcomb throws across the outside corner for a strike on Stanky. The valorous New York Giants in peril as the Dodgers, bearding the Giant in his den, lead 4-1. Last of the 8th, Stanky batting. Little fellow waits, cocks, and then doesn't offer as the ball sails over the head of catcher Walker for ball 1. 1-1. Newcomb is putting tremendous speed on every pitch. His arm seems to be completely loose. Completely. Crowd hopping around like a bunch of floor walkers in Macy's basement. Here comes Newcomb. Down with it. Stanky swings and lifts a high pop up to the left side. Dashing over for it is Reese along the line. Reaches up and hauls it in for the out to retire the side. The Giants are disposed of in the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. At the end of the game, don't turn your radio set off. You hear loud, strange noises. It'll be the stands falling in. At the end of 8 innings here at the Polo Grounds in New York, the Dodgers 4, the Giants 1. Now Sal Magley drawing a few scattered boos as he goes up the dressing room steps. He is being relieved here now by Larry Jansen, who the Giants hoped would start the first game of the World Series against the New York Yankees tomorrow across the Harlem River at Yankee Stadium, which now for the Giants looms as misty and far away across that Harlem River from where we are sitting as the Taj Mahal. Jansen, considered by many as the best pitcher in the big time today, sterling right-hander. He can knock a fly off a bat at 60 feet. Walks only an average of one man every 4 innings, has great control, a good hop on his fast one, a good curve, a good slider. So here, quiet, unassuming family man Larry Jansen from Forest Grove, Oregon, to pitch the top half of the 9th inning against the Brooklyn Dodgers with Raphael Noble, spelled as though it were pronounced Noble, doing the catching for the Giants. A new battery. Jansen and Noble. Don Newcomb getting a fine hand from the crowd. Listen to him still. Newcomb swinging for the Dodgers. First half of the 9th inning, Giants trailed 4-1. Jansen pitches, and Larry hits the inside corner for a strike. Larry, as we've told you, is a big family man. He's the father of 7. Like Sal Magley, a hungry pitcher. Larry twists, throws, Newcomb waves and misses. Jansen threw him a dropping curveball that time. And boy, I'll be 7 sardines in a size 6 can if this isn't a honey.
That's a good one.
Brooklyn 4, the New York Giants 1. First half of the 9th inning, Jansen offers. Newcomb hits one weakly to the right. Stanky comes in fast for it, collars it, gobbles, throws to first, and guns it in there in time for the out. Wending our way tortuously toward that last half of the 9th inning, which will be the big inning. 4-3 for the out. Carl Furillo, Brooklyn Dodger batter. Furillo led off in the 8th inning. Drove a screamer right back into the hands of Magley at that time, and it looked like the 8th inning was to be a routine frame. But then the Dodgers broke open like a ripe watermelon. Giants mad as a bunch of pelicans with lockjaw out there. Dark, stormy expressions on their face. Furillo, hitless in the playoffs, takes outside for over the outside corner for a called strike. Over the outside corner for a called strike 1 on Carl Furillo. Jansen trying to preserve the vestige of a Giants chance. Throws. Furillo hits one weakly to the left side. A ground skinner picked up by Dark, who angles the throw on the right field side of first to the reaching Whitey Loughlin, who hauls it back for the out. Now 2 up and 2 down. It will be left to Pee Wee Reese in the regular National League season now to keep the Dodgers alive in the 9th inning. This may be the last Dodger batter up in the regular National League season. The Giants will have a final parting volley to fire at Newcomb in the last half of the 9th. The pitch, Reese starts to swing, looks it over on the outside corner, accepting a little high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The Giants will have Dark, Mueller, and Irvin up in the last half of the 9th. Coming down to the pitch, and in there is Larry Jansen over the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Brooklyn 4, the New York Giants 1. First half of the 9th inning. A great ball game that they'll be talking about down through National League history for many, many years to come. Down through baseball history. Jansen down and in with strike 2. Larry poured that smoking rivet across the outside corner, and you could hear it thump in the middle of Noble. Stocky, bull-necked, broad-shouldered New York Giant Cuban catcher, used mostly in pinch hitting duty, catching here in the 9th inning. Jansen wheels, whips. Reese cuts and powers it off home plate foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Giants in despair, in distress. 4-1 down. Panic reigns among all the Giant rooters here. You can see a lot of them standing up, entreating their faithful to go after him. Jansen throws it down. Reese hits a long, long drive out in center, but Willie Mays is loping back. Will be able to get under it, turns around, swallows it for the out to retire the side. It'll be the last half of the 9th inning, and a dramatic last half it should be. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And now the Giants, struggling for breath, 3 outs away from extinction in the National League race, will come up in the last half of the 9th inning with the score Brooklyn 4, the New York Giants 1. Here is Alvin Dark, last of the 3 heroes who will come up for the New York Giants. One of the final 3 shots in the Giant locker. Magley went 8 innings, giving up 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 4, struck out 6, made 1 awfully costly wild pitch. And the New York Giants striving to pull it out of the flames in the last half of the 9th inning. Facing now the final count, the last mile, the last half inning. Newcomb works. Strike over the outside corner on Alvin Dark. First hitter in the last half of the 9th. It's almost all over in the National League race. 4-1 in favor of the Brooklyn Dodgers. It's been a long season, a long one, but the most thrilling season in my memory. Newcomb rocks, throws a fiery fastball, belted up, back foul, out of play by Alvin. Out of play, back upstairs. Alvin Dark, one-time Louisiana State football star, who has played a lot of sports, who has been under pressure a lot of times, but never perhaps under so much pressure. He's under right down there this minute in front of our eyes, this number 19. Alvin batting, last half of the 9th inning. Newcomb with a 2-strike count on him is ahead of the hitter and comes down with it. Alvin reaches out for a high pitch, went a fishing, but got a hold of it anyway, a little piece of it for a foul ball back. That would have been ball 1 on Alvin a long way. This fella came to the New York Giants from the Boston Braves. The Dodger outfield is playing him way over to the left side. Jackie Robinson, hands on hips, 2 steps off the grass, down at second base. Pee Wee Reese stride toward third base, shortstop. Billy Cox is off the line, deep back, so it's Hodges at first. Alvin reaches out, swings, hits one to the right side. Past Hodges off his glove. Jackie Robinson runs for it. It is in there for a base hit for Alvin Dark in the last half of the 9th inning. Dark spanked the ground ball wide of first. Hodges raced over, tried to make a backhand stop of it, like he did on Don Mueller in the 6th inning. Or rather on Hank Thompson in the 8th inning, but this time it squirted off his glove, Englished over past Jackie Robinson, and by the time Robbie retrieved it, Alvin is at first with a base hit to open the 9th inning, and Don Mueller the batter. The Dodgers have 2 pitchers warming up just in case. No sense saving them for next spring. You're offering, swung on, hit right side, past Hodges into right field for a base hit. Here is Dark around second, streaking for third. The throw to third is not in time, cut off by Reese. Dodger Giants have the tying run at the plate, none out. Now out comes Dressen as the Giants, teetering at the brink, refuse to be counted out. And this is baseball and emotion. Thrill at its rawest. Mueller hit one down past Hodges into right field for a last half of the 9th inning opening base hit. The Giants have that very good hitting, home run hitting right-hander, Monty Irvin at the plate. Alvin Dark on third, Don Mueller on first. A little sociable going out on the mound between Chuck Dressen, peppery little pilot of the Brooklyn Dodgers, and gigantic Don Newcomb. Robbie joins the parley. Hodges in, Reese in, Cox in. The whole fine Dodger infield, which has been so much of a factor both offensively and defensively today, surrounds Newcomb. And Dressen, whom I thought had gone out to tell Newcomb that he's had it, will instead stand pat with the big right-hander. He'll go along with him. 2 on for the Giants. Final half inning of the National League race. It's come this far down, and still we have no decision. Still none. It's just a matter of minutes now, though, I think, until you know who the National League champion is. If Irvin gets on, both the tying and winning runs will be on base with none out for the Giants. Newcomb backs off the hill as time is called by second base umpire Bill Stewart. Branca and Erskine are the 2 bullpen warmer-uppers for the Brooklyn Dodgers. The Giants about to perish, hanging on for dear life. The pitch, Irvin watches outside for ball 1 to the right-hander. 2 on, Dark at third, Don Mueller at first base. The Giants strike to make a last half of the 9th inning saving rally. Now Mueller at first base, standing close to the bag, leads off. Dark leads down the line with nobody in to guard against him. Leo DeRocher blowing on his hands, making all sort of signals down there. Newcomb checks his runners. Here's the pitch to the right-hander. Irvin reaches, misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. He was cutting for the fence that time. Had he hit that one would have been all the way out and over and into Mamie O'Toole's apartment house window over the left field wall. Marty took a 360-degree cut at it. Arms over his head. Newcomb comes kicking in with it again. Irvin reaches out, lets a high pop-up down the first base line. Hodges over, waiting. Hails it in, and there's one away here in the ninth inning. It's Marty Irvin, to the utter black despair of the New York Giant fans, pops out. But still the Giants have coming on two very, very potent hitters, Whitey Lockman and Bobby Thompson. Thompson particularly has a single and a double today. Whitey Lockman has driven one single in 3 times at bat. The grieving Giant fans holding on to the last will be inconsolable if their heroes, after winning 16 straight, 38 out of their last 45, out of their last 46, I guess it was, cannot win the final 2 games of the National League season. The batter, Whitey Lockman, the Carolina towhead. Monty Irvin just popped out. On deck, Bobby Thompson, the Royal Scot, men at first and third, tying run at the plate. Whitey swinging for a home run, fouls it back into the screen. The Giants are going for that short fence. Left-hand hitter, Newcomb throwing down his fire balls, trying to get him out of here in the last half of the ninth inning and bring to the Brooklyn Dodgers their 4th opportunity against a Yankee in the World Series. The New York Yankees are watching here and are being treated to one of baseball's great shows, the greatest thrill that I remember down through my years of broadcasting. Whitey standing back, deep in the batter's box, waiting for the pitch from Newcomb, arms over his head. Big Don knots up, unravels, throws. Whitey swings, has a drive, base hit along the left field line. Alvin Dark comes in. Here's the runner on his way to third as Pafko bobbles the ball briefly down and into second base with a tying run. Goes Whitey Lockman, left to him, roar. Now the Giants have the tying run on second base, and hurt at third is Don Mueller. As he slid into third, he must have wrenched his ankle or his knee. He is hurt at third. DeRocher looking him over, so is Al Dark. A base hit now will tie the ball game in the last half of the ninth inning, and the crowd is in a complete frenzied lather. Lockman drove a single into left field. Dark sped home to score the second Giant run. Mueller at third, Lockman at second base in scoring territory. Bobby Thompson, who's been the big siege gun in the Giant arsenal down through this series and in through the past few weeks, a .290 hitter, will be the last half of the ninth inning hitter. And now the crowd, perhaps in a hush, that feeling of electricity and anticipation in the air is in a sort of a hush, a sort of a quiet waiting feeling. And now the stretcher is being brought out to take Don Mueller off the field. He's down at third base. They'll load him onto the stretcher and cart him off now. Either his ankle or his knee, I can't tell which one. Alvin Dark is pointing toward the dugout. It's his ankle, his left ankle, that he hurt as he slid into third base. Giant runners at second and third, but one down, and the long ball hitting Bobby Thompson and Willie Mays coming up. At this moment, you'll excuse us if we pause 10 seconds to allow the 431 Liberty affiliates to identify themselves. This is the world's second largest network and its newest network, the Liberty Broadcasting System. So the Giants, heroic, valorous crew, thought beyond recall as they went into the last half of the ninth inning, thought irrecoverable, have come up off the floor fighting. Newcomb is surrounded by Dressen, Robinson, Hodges, Walker, Reese, Cox. Mueller is taken back into the dugout on a stretcher, and Floppy Hartung, with amazing alacrity and speed for a man of his size, will run. Flint Floppy Hartung, sandy-haired Giant war sensation, former pitcher, former outfielder, now saved almost exclusively for sometimes pinch hitting, sometimes pinch running roles, running at third base for Don Mueller. That might be all for Don Newcomb, too. And that is, Newcomb has had it for this afternoon. he'll get a cake and a soap and a towel for the last time in the regular National League season with Ralph Branca trudging on, making the long, dramatic, memorable, history-making walk from the left field Dodger bullpen as Newcomb will go off. The Dodgers trying to save it here in the last half of the ninth inning. As the Giants come up, writhing from their death agonies, and show signs of making a complete recovery. And this has drained everyone. Spent, consumed by the fire of the emotion here at the Polo Grounds this afternoon. Everyone is absolutely limp in the greatest game of them all. Brooklyn 4, the Giants 1 or 2. The Giants have 2 on at second and third in the last half of the ninth inning. Newcomb has finally been shelled off the mound. His relief will be the Hawk, Ralph Branca. Riflin Ralph, who wears his number 13. And will that be lucky for the Brooklyn Dodgers here in the last half of the ninth? Newcomb against Magley it was. It's now to bring the drama to a close. Branca, the Brooklyn starter, against Larry Jansen. Every shot has been pulled out of the locker. There's nothing left. There's no strategy held in reserve. There are no punches being pulled. This is it. The string has run out. This is the last moment in the National League race. And now, the sack's all but saturated with 2 New York Giants. At second, Lockman with a single down the left field line. At third, Hartung. Ralph Branca from Mount Vernon, New York, 21-game winner in 1947. A New York University graduate is going on the mound to throw for the Brooklyns and try to turn the Giants back here at the door of disaster in the last half of the ninth inning. Ralph Branca throwing. Ralph's victory record 13-11. This is Newcomb's game still to win. The runner at second, a tying runner, is his responsibility. Should he win, it'll be 21-9. It's Magley's game, obviously, to lose. His record would be 23-7 should he lose it. Well, what more can anyone say about this? What could you possibly say to tell you about the drama? It's like the fella who tried to write a lead for a great sporting event, and he sat there. He sat after the game was all over at his typewriter, and he just couldn't think of anything. He finally turned around to an old-time sports writer there, and he says, "Fella," he says, "I'm trying to think of something." He said, "Maybe I can dramatize it by telling him something about the setting here." And he turned around, he looked over there, and he says, "Let's see, is that the sun setting over there, setting in the west?" This old sports writer said, "Son, if that sun ain't setting in the west, you got a greatest scoop of the century." Boy, I'm telling you, what they're going to say about this one, I don't know. Bobby Thompson, the batter. The outfield deep and very much to the left. Ralph Branca on the hill in favor of Newcomb. Rube Walker catching the pitch to Bobby. A strike called off the knees. Quick curve. The Branca ripped right in. Branca has that tremendous overarm sinker curve that drops down. Then he has a roundhouse hook curve to right-hand batters by way of third. Extremely effective against right-handers. 2 pitchers in the Dodgers bullpen now. I think one of them's Rowe. Here's Bobby. Waiting, Branca throws. Bobby swings, nice along with that drive, and left, going, go! The Giants win the pennant! I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. It's the greatest victory in all baseball history. The greatest come-from-behind triumph in the history of the game as Bobby Thompson hit a 2-on base home run in the last half of the ninth inning
And the new National League champions are the New York Giants, who came back from the brink with grit and pluck and dreadless valor that will live down as long as they write baseball history. And now an emotionally spent crowd goes out. Bobby Thompson, I don't even think got to run around the bases. They just mobbed him. The Giants were all over him. This scene here is one of wild pandemonium, the like of which I've never seen. As the Giants win their 39th game in their last 47 starts, come from 16 games behind in the loss column, and 13 and a half behind to win it in baseball's most amazing finish.
Locked in without too big of a lead at second, but he'll be running like the wind if Thompson hits one. Tracker throws. There's a ball back. I say me, I believe. The Giants win the pennant. 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 Bobby Thompson hits into the very back of the left field stand. The Giants win the pennant, and they're going crazy. They're going crazy.
Field in Pittsburgh. This is Chuck Thompson along with Jack Quinlan welcoming you to the 7th and deciding game of the 1960 World Series between the New York Yankees and the Pittsburgh Pirates on behalf of your hosts, the General Motors Corporation and the Gillette Safety Razor Company. Once again, here at Forbes Field in Pittsburgh, the weatherman has given us absolutely ideal weather for baseball. The temperature, just as we came on the air this afternoon, 70 degrees, and another not quite so bright but sunny afternoon. Not quite so bright because there is a very noticeable haze over the ballpark here at Forbes Field this afternoon. But other than that, weather conditions are perfect. And the song that all of the ball players were singing around the batting cage prior to the ball game today, of course, was one called There's No Tomorrow. As Casey Stengel said yesterday, this thing has now settled down to a one-game series. And as he so often has been in the past, Mr. Stengel is more than just a little bit right again. All that has gone before is meaningless insofar as this 7th game is concerned. And it matters not that the Yankees have scored 46 runs on 78 base hits in 6 games to date. They must win today, or it's all in vain. And should the Yankees lose, of course, people who look back on this series would forever ask themselves, how could the Yankees score all of those runs and still not win? And, of course, too much cannot be said about the great relief hurling of little Elroy Face in the 3 previous Pirate wins. But unless he is able to repeat, if called upon this afternoon in the 7th and deciding game, those previous efforts will today not mean a thing. Dick Grote will present the lineup card for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and charging out of that dugout off the third base side comes Casey Stengel. And we're just a couple of moments away from the big one, the 7th, the final, the deciding game of the 1960 World Series. And now the Yankee batting order for the final game. Leading off, second base, Bobby Richardson. Batting 2, shortstop, Tony Kubek. Batting 3, Roger Maris, right field. Batting 4, Mickey Mantle, center field. Batting 5, Yogi Berra, left field. Batting 6, Bill Skowron, first base. Batting 7, Johnny Blanchard, the catcher. Batting 8, Cletus Boyer, third base, and the pitcher, Bob Turley. The Pirates will bat with Bill Verdon hitting number 1 in center field, Dick Grote playing shortstop, batting 2, Bob Skinner back in the lineup, batting 3 and playing left field. Rocky Nelson bats 4 and plays first base. Batting 5 in right field, Roberto Clemente. Number 6 hitter, Burgess, the catcher. Batting 7, Don Hoke at third. Number 8 hitter is Mazeroski, the second baseman, and then the pitcher, Vernon Law. And as Richardson steps in for the New York Yankees, and we come to the payoff game of the 1960 World Series, it is again with a great deal of pleasure that I turn this microphone over to the man from Chicago and the Chicago Cubs, Jack Quinlan. Thank you, Chuck, and hi once again, baseball fans. Here's Richardson leading off. The fine Yankee second baseman takes the first pitch from Vernon Law, a curve outside for ball one. The umpires in this ball game, from the National League, Bill Jakowski behind the plate, Nestor Shylock of the American League at first base, Dusty Bogus of the National League at second. Line drive hit right back to Grote, and he nails it for one out. Richardson lines to shortstop Dick Grote. Dusty Bogus of the National League at second. John Stevens of the American League is the third base umpire. Stan Landis from the National League is down the foul line in left field. And Jim Honachik of the American League down the foul line in right field. One out and nobody on as Richardson hit a screaming line drive right back to Dick Grote. Here's Kubek, the Yankee shortstop, left-handed batter. The pitch to him is a ball that's low and inside. In the series so far, Kubek has 10 hits in 27 at-bats for an average of .370. He's driven in 3 runs. Left-handed batter who during the course of the season for the Yankees hit .273. Here's a pop foul down the left side out of play, back into the crowd. And the count on Kubek is even up at ball 1 and strike 1. Vernon Law has won 2 of the 3 Pirate victories in this series. The other one was captured by Harvey Haddix. In Game 1, Law beat Art Ditmar 6-4 here at Forbes Field, and Vernon Law also won game number 4, 3-2 over Ralph Terry at New York. Kubek lifts a high pop-up out into short right. Mazeroski back on the grass, makes the catch, 2 gone. Kubek pops up on a change-of-pace curveball to Bill Mazeroski, and they're 2 gone, and the Bucks whip that ball around the infield. The Tiger at third base, Don Hoke, flips the ball back to Vernon Law. Here's Roger Maris now, the Yankee right fielder. Bill Stafford and Bobby Shantz, a right-hander and a left-hander, warming up in the Yankee bullpen. Maris hitting .320 in the series. He takes the first pitch, a fastball from Law, inside for a ball. Rogers had 8 for 25, 2 homers, 2 runs driven in. Bob Skinner playing left field for the Pirates. First time we've seen him in over a week. Here's the pitch to Maris. A ball that's outside. 2-0 on Roger. Bill Burden in center field and Roberto Clemente in right. It's Don Hoke at third, Dick Grote at short, Mazeroski at second, and Rocky Nelson playing first. Burgess catching, and tall Vernon Law on the mound. 2-0 to Maris. Roger takes a strike call right over the plate, belt high. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 out and nobody on base. The 25th World Series for the New York Yankees. They have 18 World Championships, 7 of them under Casey Stengel. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way. Fastball inside to Maris, and it's 3-1 now. Frank Crissetti coaching at third for the Yankees. Ralph Houck down on the first base coach's box. 3-1 on Maris with 2 gone in the top of the first. On a hazy afternoon, but sunny at Forbes Field. 3-1 pitch. A foul ball. He tried to check his swing, and the ball jumped off the bat and went right back here to the screen. 3-2 on Maris with 2 gone. As Chuck told you earlier, these Bombers have really been hitting. They've scored 46 runs and made 78 hits. They have a team batting average of .341 in the first 6 games of this series. Now the windup by Law. 3-2 pitch to Roger Maris. A swing and a high pop-up on the infield. In foul territory moves third baseman Don Hoke. Down the line, he's got it. Retires the side. 3 up and 3 down in the top of the first inning for New York. And after half an inning, it's the Yankees nothing and the Pirates nothing. Well, the sports writers here have made the Yankees favorites to win this ballgame and the World Series. However it goes, today is my last chance to urge you once more to try that superlative new Gillette Super Blue Blade. Thousands upon thousands have since the opening game, and they've discovered a degree of comfort and satisfaction they never thought possible. In fact, you'd be amazed at the number of men who have written Gillette that when they first shaved with the Super Blue Blade, they would scarcely believe there was a blade in the razor. So why not try it? You get clean shaves, refreshing shaves, so fast and easy, why, you just gotta try it to get the picture. Credit that to edges produced by a special process that is exclusive with Gillette. Graduate technicians call this a scientific breakthrough. To make a trial even more appealing, Gillette has a special that's a knockout. You get a supply of Gillette Super Blue Blades, a modern Gillette Super Speed Razor, and trim travel case, all for 89 cents. Separately, Gillette Super Blue Blades cost 69 cents for 10, $1 for 15. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Center fielder Bill Verdon starts it off for the Pirates. He's had 5 hits in 25 at-bats in the series, an average of 200, well below the 264 that he hit during the course of the regular season. Verdon, however, has been a standout on defense through the first 6 games in center field. Bob Turley on the mound. During the course of the year for the Yankees, he won 9, he lost 3. Included among his 9 wins was 1 shutout. Here's the windup by the big right-hander. First pitch to Bill Verdon. A ball is high and inside. Well, over the last 6 months, since April, each team has played 160 games, but this is the only one that counts. 154 regular season games, 6 World Series games, and this one, Game 7. Here's a swing and a long drive to deep left center. Yogi Berra moving back. He's under the ball. Should make the play and does, and there's 1 out. Verdon flies to the left fielder, Yogi Berra. 1 gone. It brings up the National League batting champion, shortstop, and captain Dick Grote of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Grote has had only 5 hits in 24 at-bats for an average of 208 in the World Series. During the year, he hit .325, good enough to lead the National League. Setting up the Yankee defense, Berra in left, Mantle in center, Maris in right, Clete Boyer at third, Tony Kubek at short, Richardson at second, and Moose Skowron at first. Pitch to Grote, high over his head, ball 1. Turley on the mound has a World Series record of 4 wins and 3 defeats. 2 years ago, he won 2 games in the series against the Milwaukee Braves. 1-0 pitch by Turley. Swinging a high pop fly out behind short. Here's Kubek back on the grass. Berra coming in. Kubek calling. Still backing up. He's under the ball and makes the play. 2 gone. Grote pops up to the opposing shortstop, Kubek. And here's Bob Skinner, who's been out of action for a week with a jammed left thumb. Skinner has had 1 for 3. Played in only the first game and jammed his thumb sliding into third base, and he's been out of action ever since. During the season, Skinner hit .273, clubbed 15 home runs, and drove in 86 runs. 2 out, nobody on base. The bottom of the first, no score. The Yankees and the Pirates with all the gold on the line, the blue chips on the table. It's the end of the line. Here's a curve, a slow curve thrown in by Turley, and it gets the inside corner letter high. 1 strike on Skinner. Mickey Vernon coaching at first base, Frank Osiak at third. Jammed crowd at Forbes Field. Wind up, 0-1 pitch. Skinner takes a slow curve outside. A ball and a strike. Skinner, left-handed batter. Big, lanky fella from San Diego. Here's the pitch by Turley. Here's a fastball foul back here, and it's onto the net right behind the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Skinner was signed by the Pirates on the strength of his fine showing in high school and American Legion ball back at La Jolla and San Diego. He's one of the most respected left-handed batters in the National League. The plate umpire, Bill Jakowski, now has called time. Evidently, a ball got away from somebody in the Yankee bullpen out here. Stafford and Shands continuing to throw just in case Turley has trouble. They're 2 gone, nobody on base. The last half of the first, no score. A ball, 2 strikes on left-handed swinging Bob Skinner. Turley rocks back and fires a curve, and it's inside. 2-2. 300 feet down the right field line. Then the high screen, which extends from the foul pole over to right field at the 375 sign. 436 to right center. 457 to the deepest part of left center. And here's Turley winding. 2-2 on the way. Ball high and outside. Yes, sir, the marbles are all on the ground in this one. It's now or never. This is it. The Pirate victories have been by scores of 6-4, 3-2, and 5-2. The Yankee wins have been 16-3, 10-0, and 12-0. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Skinner with 2 gone. The windup and the pitch by Turley. A ball 4. He walked him high and outside. So there's the first base runner of the afternoon. Skinner walked on a 3-2 pitch, and it brings up the first baseman, Rocky Nelson. Nelson's had 2 out of 6 so far in the series, a .333 average. During the year, he hit an even .300. The Rock hit 7 home runs and drove in 35 runs. The Pirates have not been hitting during this series the way they hit during the course of the season. They had a team batting average during the regular campaign of 276, better than anybody in either league. During the World Series, however, the Pirate team batting average is 241. 100 points below the Yankees. Skinner on first and 2 out. Pitch to Rocky Nelson. Curveball is inside, ball 1. Johnny Blanchard doing the catching. Elston Howard was hit yesterday and suffered a broken bone in the right hand. Blanchard doing the catching again today, and Yogi Berra stationed once again in left field. He's well off that foul line, however. They're playing Rocky around to the right in the Yankee outfield. Skinner on first, 2 gone. Pitch to Nelson. A ball that's down low, 2-0. Bob Turley won game number 2 right here at Forbes Field when he beat Bob Friend 16-3. Turley has had 6 days of rest. He should be as strong as a bull. He was a 700 percentage pitcher virtually all of 1960, but his performance was a bit disappointing in comparison with his great season of 2 years ago. Turley stretchy, now he backs off the rubber. Skinner, a very fast man, on first base with 2 gone in the bottom of the first, no score. Skinner takes his lead, and Turley fires the pitch. A curveball, strike on the inside corner at the knees. Nelson looks at the plate, then looks back at the umpire, Jakowski, and raises one eyebrow about 2 inches over his eye, as if to say, how can you call that one a strike? 2-1 on Rocky. The Yankees won 15 ball games in a row, closing out the 1960 season, which set a major league record for consecutive wins closing out a season. Skinner on first base, 2 gone. Turley's 2-1 pitch to Nelson. A swing and a wild from deep to right field, way back. Hey, it's a home run. Lower deck. Rocky Nelson just hit a 2-1 pitch over the screen in the lower seats in right field. And the Pirates lead 2-0 in the first inning. Hit number 1, runs number 1 and 2 off Bob Turley. Rocky Nelson's 3rd hit of the series. A tremendous drive, a line drive that cleared the screen and went into the lower seats in right field. And the Bucks lead by 2 here in the first inning. Here's Clemente, the Pittsburgh right fielder now. The pitch to him, a curveball, a strike on the outside corner. Clemente has had 8 hits in 25 at-bats in the series. A .320 average, with 2 runs driven in. During the year, Roberto hit 314. Oh, the Pirate fans are going wacky here in the first inning on a 2-run shot by Rocky Nelson. Here's the pitch. Changeup, popped up down the right field line, curving foul. Maris moving over, might have room. He can't get it. It lands on the canopy on top of the Pittsburgh bullpen. 2 strikes on Clemente. On a 3-2 pitch, Bob Skinner drew a walk, and on a 2-1 pitch, Rocky Nelson belted one into the right field seats for 2 runs. All the fans here at Forbes Field are jabbing each other in the ribs with their elbows, talking to each other. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Clemente, swinging a high pop-up out behind second base. Bobby Richardson backpedaling. He's under the ball on the grass, and he should make the play and does to retire the side. In the inning, 2 runs and 1 hit. Nobody left on. And at the end of 1 inning, the Pirates 2, the Yankees nothing. Well, I suppose that Roberto Clemente has about the best arm in the National League. Chuck, don't you think that Rocky Colavito has about the best arm in the American League?
Well, Jack, I'd have to say he certainly has one of the best.
Well, there's one thing about Rocky I know for sure. He has the toughest beard in baseball. But shaving's a walk to him, certainly to hear him tell it. He says, when I shave with a Gillette Super Blue Blade in my Gillette adjustable razor, I can scarcely feel my beard coming off. There's no pull, not the slightest sensation of discomfort. That's from Rocky, a tough beard man who knows. Top whiskers are set up for the Gillette adjustable razor, for you adjust it for your own combination of skin and beard. Tender skin, wiry stubble, no matter what. One of the 9 settings you get at a turn of a micrometer dial is just right for you. Every shave is quick, clean, and refreshing. And up to the minute Gillette adjustable razor, a supply of Super Blue Blades and modern travel case costs only $1.95. Get yours at a nearby store. Well, the Pirates lead 2-0 as we swing to the top half of inning number 2, and Mickey Mantle, the Yankee center fielder, will lead off. He'll be followed by Yogi Berra and then Bill Skowron. Mantle has had 7 for 20 during the series, hitting at a .350 clip, 3 home runs and 9 runs driven in. Batting left-handed against right-hander Vernon Law. Here's a fastball inside. Backs him away, and it's ball 1. Mantle led the American League in home runs this season with 40. He had 94 runs driven across and a batting average of .276. Pitched by Vernon Law. Fastball fouled off the mask of the plate umpire Bill Jakowski. And this ball goes back into the box seats behind the plate. 1-1 on Mantle, with the Pirates leading 2-0 on Rocky Nelson's home run with a man on. Don Hoke, Pepper Pot, third baseman, talking it up for the Bucks. Dick Groth, their captain at short. Mazeroski second. Nelson playing with arms folded in front of his chest over here at first. Now the 1-1 delivery to Mantle. A ball that's inside. He attempted to bunt, jerked the bat out of the way, and the pitch was a curve, and it was in too close. 2 balls and 1 strike on Mantle. Fans around Forbes Field thought that Mickey did attempt and pushed the bat at the pitch, but Jakowski says no, he did not. 2-1 pitch. Changeup swung on. Well hit right center. Here's Verdon racing back and over. He's under the ball. He makes the catch. Mantle hit a change of pace curveball to deep right center, and Bill Verdon caught it. 1 gone in the top half of the second. Here is Yogi Berra now, the Yankee left fielder, who's had 6 for 18 in the series, batting .333 with 4 runs driven in.
Left field, number 8.
Berra has played in over 1,800 games in regular season competition, and he now is 3rd on the all-time Yankee list. Lou Gehrig played in 2,164, Babe Ruth in 2,084. 1 out and nobody on in the second. There's a strike, a breaking ball on the outside corner just above the knees. 1 strike on Berra. Pirates 2, Yankees nothing. We're in the second inning. The windup, the pitch by the Deacon on the way. Fastball foul behind Ralph Houck, the Yankee coach at first base. Hits the box seat railing. And it's 2 strikes on Yogi Berra. Game number 7, the end of the line. In Vernon Law's 2 previous appearances in the series, he pitched a total of 13 1/3 innings and won both games. Here's a ball low and away. 1-2 on Berra. Dangerous Yankee left-handed batter. 1 away. Vernon Law winding. 30-year-old right-hander kicks the left leg and delivers 1-2. Swinging a ground ball. Hook to his left. A diving, scrambling stop. To his knees. He throws. He's out. John Holt, a hop smacked on the ground. Hit to his left. Drove to his knees and from a kneeling position scrambled to his feet and threw the ball to Nelson. And there's 2 men gone. Well, I'll tell you, he saw dollar signs written all over that ball. There's 2 gone. A great play by Don Hope, the Pirate third baseman. Here's Bill Skowron now, the Yankee first baseman, who's been one of the hitting stars with 10 hits in 27 at-bats for a batting average of .370. He swings and he misses a law-breaking pitch. Strike 1. Moose has 1 homer and 5 runs driven in the series. Pirates 2, Yankees nothing, top half of the second. 2 out and nobody on. Law has retired the first 5 Yankees in a row. Fastball low. Bill Skowron trying to get a hold of one. 1-1 the count. The windup. The pitch by Vernon Law. Swinging a chopper to the shortstop. Gross should get him. Here's the peg to Rocky Nelson. Retires the side. 3 up and 3 down again in the top half of the second for New York. No runs, no hits, and none left. After 1.5 innings of play, the Pirates 2, the Yankees nothing. Smokey Burgess leads off in the last half of the second inning for Pittsburgh. He's had 4 hits in 15 at-bats with no runs driven in. A .267 batting average in World Series play. During the year, Burgess hit .294 with 7 homers and 39 RBIs. Bob Turley 2 runs behind. Winding the first pitch to Smokey Burgess. A high outside curve. Bill Stafford is still throwing in the Yankee bullpen. Shantz has sat down on the bullpen bench out there now. 1-0 on Burgess, leading off the last half of the second for the Bucks. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on a shot. Good! Past first base down the right field line. Here's Burgess rounding first. He's going to be held to a long single as Maris quickly fires that ball into Kubek at second base. A A line shot between Skowron and the line, and here's Casey Stengel coming out of the Yankee dugout. Burgess got around on one, and he drilled it past Bill Skowron into the right field corner. It's only the second hit off of Bob Turley, but Stengel is walking to the mound. He's had Stafford warming up. Shands was warming up in the first inning. Stafford's been throwing since the ball game started, and Casey's looking out to the bullpen, and I believe he's going to make a change here. Of course, you have to go with your best in this one because, as Chuck mentioned earlier, there is no tomorrow. This is it. This is the end of the line as far as it can go, and Bill Stafford's being called in to relieve Bob Turley. Turley worked one inning and the one batter in the second. He allowed 2 runs and 2 hits. He didn't strike out anybody. He walked a man. And Billy Stafford, who was in a ball game the other day in New York and did such a creditable job in a relief role, is being called in. He worked 5 innings, Stafford, in a ball game at Yankee Stadium the other day, did not allow a run, gave up only 3 hits, struck out 2, and here's Turley heading for the showers. It's up to Bill Stafford now to stop the Pirates. Everyone was wondering, of course, when these Bucks were going to begin hitting. They've not been hitting the way they did during 154 games during the National League campaign. As I mentioned, they had only a 241 batting average in the 6 previous games of this World Series here in 1960. On the mound now is young Bill Stafford, the newest member of the Yankee pitching staff. He was purchased from the Richmond Farm Club. He has displayed excellent control in his brief big league career. Don Hoke now, the scrappy Pittsburgh third baseman, and one of the prime candidates for the most valuable player award in the National League this year. Hoke is hitting .250 in series play with 5 hits and 20 at-bats. He's driven in 3 Pittsburgh runs. Smokey Burgess on first. There's nobody out. Hope takes one high and inside for ball 1. The Pirates 2, the Yankees nothing. The ball game in the last half of inning number 2. The first 6 games has drawn a total attendance of 313,130 fans. Burgess leads at first. Stafford fires. Curveball up around the head. 2-0 on Don Hoke. Johnny Blanchard gets a new baseball from the plate umpire, carries it about a third of the way out to the hill, rubs it up, and then fires it back to Bill Stafford. Turley taken out early by manager Casey Stengel. Even though he had had 6 days rest, Stengel did not care for what he saw. Here's the pitch to Hoke. Ball 3 low and outside. The on-deck man is Bill Mazeroski. Game number 7 of the 1960 World Series. Burgess leads 3-0 pitch by Stafford is ball 4 down low. Hoke walks on 4 pitches. It puts Pirate runners on first and second with nobody out and brings up the fine Pirate second baseman Bill Mazeroski. Clete Boyer, the Yankee third baseman, has called time. He has gone to the mound to talk to the pitcher. Mazeroski hitting .286 in the World Series with 6 for 21. During the year, Billy the Kid batted .273. Up until Rocky Nelson hit a home run in the first inning today, Mazeroski had the only Pittsburgh home run of this World Series. Now, the Bucks have hit 2 home runs. The Yankees, of course, have 8. Ralph Terry is warming up now along with Bobby Shands in the Yankee bullpen. Here's the pitch. Maz bunts a little dribbler down the third base line. They let it roll, and it rolls foul. He bunted one down the third base line, and about halfway toward third, the ball rolled over the foul line as both Stafford and Boyer, the pitcher and third baseman, went after it, and the runners go back. Burgess to second and Hoke to first. There is nobody out. The Pirates lead 2-0 here in the last half of the second inning. Jack Quinlan and Chuck Thompson reporting the play-by-play story from Forbes Field. The ballpark that was built in 1909 and that is being shook to the rafters by the fans here today. 1 strike on Mazeroski, right-handed batter. Reliever Bill Stafford looks in to get the sign from Blanchard. Burgess leads away from second. Hoke leads at first. Here's the bunt down the third base line. The pitcher has it. Throws to first base. He's safe. The bases are loaded. Bobby Richardson took the throw from the pitcher Stafford, and Mazeroski beat it out for a hit. The bases are loaded with nobody out for Vernon Law. Hit number 3 by the Pirates. A beautiful bunt by Mazeroski as he laid one down the third base line. The pitcher Stafford jumped off the hill, came over to the foul line, picked up the ball, and fired to first base to Richardson covering, but it was too late, and all hands were safe. And again, Casey Stengel is making his way to the hill. Ralph Terry, a right-hander, and little Bobby Shantz, a veteran southpaw, are throwing in the New York bullpen down the left field line. The batter is going to be the Pirate pitcher, Vernon Law. Stengel talking to Stafford and Blanchard. Old Casey's jaw wigwagging up and down out there. He's going to leave Stafford in to pitch to the pitcher, Vernon Law. The Pirates have the bases loaded with nobody out. They lead 2-0 here in the last half of the second inning. Law has had 2 for 4 with 1 run driven in. During the year, Vernon hit 181. He hit 1 homer and drove in 7 runs. Stafford in hot water up to his neck winding. Here's the pitch to Vernon Law on the way. It's a slider that's outside, ball 1. Berra in left, Mantle in center, Maris in right. Straight away. Fleet Boyer, Tony Kubek, Bobby Richardson, and Moose Skowron around the Yankee infield. Stafford here in relief of Bob Turley in the bottom of the second. The Pirates lead 2-0. Here's the pitch on the way. Law swings and he misses. Looked like Vernon was trying to go to right field. A ball and a strike on Law. Smokey Burgess started the inning with a shot past the first baseman down the line for a single. Stafford came on and he walked Hoke on 4 pitches, and Mazeroski beat out a bunt to load him up. 1-1 delivery. A little half swing, and he fouls it off here into the Pittsburgh dugout at first base. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. The Bucks 2, the Yankees nothing. And the Pirates threatening to get more here. The bases full, nobody out in the last half of inning number 2. Beautiful sunny day at Forbes Field. Another piece of cooperation from the weatherman. Stafford winding now. The 1-2 pitch to Vernon Law. A swing and a tap to the mound. Here's the throw to the plate out. Here's the relay to first base. It's a double play. A double play from Stafford to Blanchard to the first baseman Skowron. Burgess is forced at the plate. On the play, Don Hoke moves to third and Mazeroski goes to second base. So Law hits into a double play from the pitcher to the catcher to the first baseman. And now the Pirates have runners on second and third with 2 out, and the batter is Bill Burden. Fine pitching by Bill Stafford. He still is not out of it, however. 22-year-old right-hander coming in here in a toughest spot that he could possibly be in. And so far, he's done a fine job after walking Hoke and giving up that bunt single to Mazeroski. He made the pitcher tap into a double play. And now here's Bill Burden, who hit a fly ball to Yogi Berra back in the first inning. The windup and the pitch to Burden. A swing and a shot foul into the upper deck in right field. Got around on a curveball, and he rammed it upstairs, but foul by a long margin. 1 strike on Burden. The last 5 World Series that the Yankees have been in have gone the limit, 7 games. So far, many World Series records have been broken. Many series records have been tied. And there'll be more broken and tied in this ball game here today. 1 strike on Burden. Pirate teammates on second and third, 2 gone in the last half of the second. The Bucks lead by 2. Young Bill Stafford winding. 0-1 to Burden. Curveball foul down the left side out of play into the upper deck. Hits the roof and drops downstairs. 2 strikes to count on Burden. New baseball is handed to the catcher Blanchard. He rubs it up, fires it out to Bill Stafford. This kid may be 22, but he has shown a lot of moxie down through the stretch. And he's done a terrific job in the World Series thus far. He's out in front of the batter, 2 strikes. Wind up by Stafford. New York right-hander fires a fastball high and inside. He has to jump out of the way. 1-2 on Burden. 2 hits and a walk loaded him up. But then Law tapped into the double play by way of home plate. Buck runners on second and third lead away. Mazeroski at second. Hoke down the line at third. 1-2 pitch to Bill Verdon. Curveball lined right center. Here's Maris coming on. Can't get it. A base hit. 1 run scores. Here's the other man scoring. Maris bobbles the ball and Verdon takes it second. Bill Verdon lined a shot into right center field. Roger Maris came over, had trouble picking the ball up, and 2 more runs are in, and the Pirates lead 4-0 here in the second inning. They may charge Maris with an error. It's a base hit, a single for Verdon, and an error on Roger Maris for failing to come up with a ball. 2 more runs are in, and the Pirates lead 4-0. Here's Grote hitting a foul ball down the right field line, curving back out of play. And it's 1 strike on Dick Grote. 2 runs in the bottom of the second, and Pittsburgh is now in front, 4-0 over the Yankees. 2 runs driven in on the hit by Verdon. His 4th and 5th RBIs of the series. Here's a tap down the third base line to the third baseman Boyer. The peg over to first base, and it's in time to retire the side. Grote didn't mean to swing, but he couldn't hold up. In the inning, 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on. And at the end of 2 innings of play, it's the Pirates 4 and the Yankees nothing. Here's John Blanchard leading off the top half of the third for the Yankees, hitting a high pop foul out of play behind the New York dugout on the third base side. 1 strike. Blanchard has had 4 for 7 for the Yankees in the World Series, with 1 run driven in, a batting average of .571 in series play. 27-year-old catcher from Minneapolis, left-handed batter. Here's Law's 0-1 pitch on the way. Swinging a chop right back to the pitcher. Nice stab by Law, and he's going to throw him out. Vernon Law leaped and speared that ball backhanded, and as it was headed past him and out into center field, made a fine play, and he nailed Blanchard. 1 gone in the top half of the third. The Pirates 4, the Yankees nothing. 7 men in a row have now been retired by Vernon Law. It brings up the Yankee third baseman Cletus Boyer, who has just walked up to the plate with a broken bat, and he's going to have to get a new one back here in the bat rack. 1 out, nobody on here in the third. Bobby Shands loosening up. The pitcher due up next. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball out into short center. Here's Mazeroski going out. Verdon coming on. Maz under the ball makes the catch, and the 2 men gone. Hector Lopez is going to come out now to hit for Billy Stafford. Hector Lopez, who has 2 hits in 6 at-bats for a .333 average in the World Series, right-handed batter, coming out to hit for the pitcher Bill Stafford. Vernon Law, bat ankle and all, has now retired 8 Yankees in a row. Bobby Shantz will be the next New York pitcher. He's warming up out here in the Yankee bullpen. The Pirates scored 2 runs in the first and 2 in the second. They lead 4-0 with New York at bat in the top half of the third. Lopez in that crouch, close stance. The pitch to him as they curve it low for ball 1. Skinner in left, Verdon in center, and Clemente in right. Hoke, Grote, Mazeroski, and Nelson around the Buck infield. Pitch to Hector Lopez, swinging a long drive foul down the right field line and up near the football press box and off the roof and downstairs. A ball and a strike on Hector Lopez. On the road this year, the Yankees won 42 games and lost 35. Here's the pitch. Swing and a fastball, and he rams it foul into the upper deck, and a great play is made by a fan. A leaping 2-handed catch by a spectator down the right field line upstairs. It was at Yankee Stadium where the Bombers were so destructive and so brilliant against the American League opposition. They won 55 and lost 22 at New York. Here's a shot. Base hit in the hole between Hoke and Grote. Lopez lines a single into left field, and there's the first Yankee base runner. Hit number 1 off Vernon Law. Brings up the top of the order Bobby Richardson, one of the real outstanding stars in this series so far. In the first inning today, leading off, he hit a line drive right back to Dick Grote, the Pirate shortstop. Little Bobby Richardson has 12 runs driven in the World Series, which is an all-time series record. Here's a curve, it's high, ball 1. Little fella, but what power. He demonstrated it the other day in New York, Saturday, when he hit a grand slam home run at Yankee Stadium off Clem Levine. Lopez at first, 2 gone. Richardson swings and hammers one into left field. Bob Skinner's there, comes in a step and makes the catch to retire the side. No runs and 1 hit, and 1 man left on. And at the end of 2.5 innings of play, the Pirates 4, the Yankees nothing. Little left-hander Bobby Shantz becomes the 3rd Yankee pitcher of the ball game. He has been in 2 games, pitching a total of 1 1/3 innings. Has not allowed a run, nor a hit. Here's a little fellow with a heart as big as his entire body. From Pottstown, Pennsylvania. 5 feet 6 1/4, 154 pounds. Back in 1952, he was the American League's most valuable player with the Philadelphia A's when he won 24 and lost only 7. Bob Skinner, the Pirate left fielder, leads off against Shantz, who is pitcher number 3 for New York. The Pirates 4, the Yankees nothing. Skinner drew a walk and scored on Rocky Nelson's tremendous home run in the 1st inning. Here's a ball that's high and outside. Skinner still has some pain in the left thumb, which he jammed in the opening game here. He has quite a bit of tape wrapped around the bat handle to cut down on the pain when he swings. A ground ball to the first baseman, Skowron. Up with it, flips to the pitcher covering, and Skinner's out. Skowron to Bobby Shantz, who covered. 1 away, and here's a hand for Rocky Nelson. Rocky put the Bucks in the lead with a wallop into the lower seats in right field with a man on in the 1st. The Bucks scored 2 more in the 2nd. They now lead 4-0 here in the last half of the 3rd. 1 out and nobody on base. Pirates trying for their first World's Championship in many, many years. 35 years. 1925, the last time they raised the World's Championship flag over Forbes Field. Shantz winding. Little southpaw fires a curveball that's high to Nelson for ball 1. The Yankees are shooting for their 19th World's Championship. In this Game 7, the wrap-up, the final game of the 1960 World Series. Here's the pitch to Nelson. Slow curve, swung on, and hammered foul down the right field line upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike on Rocky Nelson. Again, he gave the crowd a thrill, but this time he pulled it foul down the right field line. New baseball thrown out to the pitcher. Shantz looks in, gets the sign from Blanchard, winding now. Little left-hander fires to Nelson. A ball is high. 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 out and nobody on in the bottom half of the 3rd. Pirates 4, Yankees nothing. Shantz, the 3rd New York pitcher of the ball game, into the windup. Here's the pitch. It's a curve. It's high and inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck is Roberto Clemente, the Pittsburgh right fielder. Well, out here yesterday to watch the 6th game of the series were 38,580. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Nelson. High curve, he walks him, ball 4. Rocky Nelson gets the 3rd walk issued by Yankee pitchers. Curley allowed 1, Stafford gave up a walk, and now Shantz has walked Rocky Nelson with 1 out in the last half of the 3rd. Here's Clemente, who popped up to Bobby Richardson the first time at bat today. Casey Stengel on the next to top step of the New York dugout here at 3rd base, watching everything. Shantz into the stretch. Pitch to Clemente. He bunts foul off here to the left, and it's strike 1. Clemente was one of several National Leaguers to hit better than 300. He ended up the year with a 314 average. Don Hoke walking up and down here in front of the Pirate bench on the first base dugout, talking to his teammates. Well, they have figured out that the winning share will be approximately $8,500 for each winner, and the loser will get around $2,500 less than that. Pitch to Clemente, curveball down low. 1-1 on Roberto. Yogi Berra deep in left, Mantle deep in center, Roger Maris in right. Rocky Nelson on first, 1 out. The last half of the 3rd with the Pirates leading 4-0. 1-1 on Clemente. Right-handed batter waits. Here's Chance firing. Swinging the chopper to the second baseman, Richardson. Up with it. Tosses to Kubek, one. Relay to first to double play. So the side is retired on a lightning-like double play. And in the third for the Pirates, no runs, no hits, and nobody left on. And after 3 full innings of play, it's the Pirates 4, the New York Yankees nothing. Into the top half of the 4th inning, and the New York Yankees send up Tony Kubek, Roger Maris, and Mickey Mantle to try to get back into the ball game. They trail 4-0. Vernon Law out after his 3rd World Series win. Here's the windup, and the Deacon fires a strike fastball, letter high. Kubek popped up to Mazeroski the first time up today. Tony, left-handed hitting Yankee shortstop, comes from Milwaukee. Frank Crissetti down here coaching at 3rd in his 19th World Series with the New York Yankees as player and coach. Here's a broken bat pop-up on the left side. Groth, the shortstop, back on the grass behind 3rd, makes the catch. Kubek broke his bat and popped it up to Dick Groth. It brings up Roger Maris now, the Yankee right fielder, who fouled out to Don Hoke back in the 1st inning. Roger, the American League runs batted in king in 1960 with 112. 1 out, nobody on, 4th inning. Yankees down 4-0. Here's the pitch to Maris on the way. Fastball swung on, lined into right field. Clemente is there, and he reaches up to make the catch. A clothesliner caught by Roberto Clemente in right field in front of the 375 sign. 2 gone here in the Yankee 4th, and it brings up Mickey Mantle. Mantle hit a fly ball to Bill Verdon the first time at bat. 2 out and nobody on. Yankees at bat in their half of the 4th inning, trailing the Pirates 4-0. Here's the windup. The pitch by Law. Slow curve lined, and it's a base hit into right field for Mantle. Clemente comes up with that ball. Mickey reached out and hit a slow curve ball between Mazeroski and Rocky Nelson into right field. Hit number 2 by the Yankees off Vernon Law. It brings up Yogi Berra, the New York left fielder, who was robbed of a hit by Don Hoke's scrambling, diving stop back in the 2nd inning. Mantle on first base, 2 gone. Pirates lead 4-0. The ball game in the 4th inning at Forbes Field, Pittsburgh. The Yogi man up there swinging that stick around. Here's the pitch to him. A curveball is fouled back here. Just hits the top of the screen behind home plate. 1 strike. Well, the Benders have had a busy time both here at Forbes Field and in New York Yankee Stadium. In the first 2 games here last week, 48,000 World Series programs were sold at Forbes Field. Give you an idea of how these people are buying up things. 1 strike on Berra. Here's Law stretching, firing fastball outside the Yogi. A ball and a strike. Vernon Law out after his 3rd World Series victory. He has won 6-4 and 3-2 so far. Here's a curve line into right field. It's going to be out there. Maybe Clemente runs hard. One-handed catch. Yogi Berra lines to Clemente down the right field line. He caught it on the dead run. No runs and 1 hit and 1 man left on. And after 3.5 innings of play, it's the Pirates 4, the Yankees nothing. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning with the Pirates coming to bat. They lead the Yankees 4-0. And Burgess, who lined a single into right field the first time up, faces southpaw Bobby Shantz. Here's the pitch to Smokey. Fastball hit on the ground to the second baseman Bobby Richardson. Up with it. Here's the toss to Skowron, and Burgess, digging down that line, is out by about 4 steps. 1 gone, and here is Don Hoke. He walked and scored a run in the 2nd, and he's made one of the outstanding plays of the game so far. The scrappy ex-Marine and ex-professional fighter, Don Hoke. 1 out, nobody on base. Last half of the 4th. Pirates 4, Yankees nothing. Shantz winding, the pitch to Hoke. Swinging a ground ball to the second baseman, Richardson. Up with it. Here's the toss to Skowron at first base, and there are 2 men gone. That brings up Bill Mazeroski, who beat out a bunt down the third baseline to load the bases and set up the 2-run rally in the Pittsburgh 2nd inning. Bill Mazeroski, right-handed batter. Here's one of the outstanding second basemen in either league. The windup by Shantz and the pitch to Mazeroski. A ball that's outside. He started to go. He almost stepped across home plate to hit that one. It was outside for ball one. 4-0. Pirates lead the ball game in the bottom of the fourth. Bobby Shantz looks in, starts his winding motion. Little left-hander fires a curveball that's inside above the knees. Too close, ball two. The Bucks scored 2 in the first inning on Rocky Nelson's drive into the right field seats, and they picked up 2 more in the second. 4 runs, 4 hits. Yankees no runs, 2 hits. Little Bobby Shantz winding. 2-0 pitch. Curveball popped up, short left. Out goes Kubek. In comes Berra. Kubek calling for the ball in short left, and he makes the catch to retire the side. In the bottom of the fourth inning for the Pirates, 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on. And the score after 4 innings of play is the Pirates 4 and the New York Yankees nothing.
We go to the 5th inning. Bill Skowron leads off, and he takes the first pitch from Law, a strike called. Now the delivery bunted on the first base line, foul. A line drive bunt down the first base line for foul, and a fan leans over the railing out here and has a World Series souvenir, a baseball. 2 strikes on Bill Skowron, trying to get something started for the Yankees in the 5th inning. They trail Pittsburgh 4-0. Activity in the Yankee bullpen. Right-hander Jim Coates is warming up. Swinging a fly ball, well hit right field, way back. It is a home run for Skowron. Into the lower seats in right field over the screen. That's the Moose's second home run of this 1960 World Series. And his 11th base hit. A home run by Bill Skowron over the right field screen into the lower deck. And the Yankees have their first run and their third hit off Vernon Law. It's now 4-1 in favor of the Pirates, as Skowron leads off the Yankee 5th with a towering drive over the screen into the right field lower deck. Oh, that guy has power. Left field, center field, right field. They try to pitch him away, and he'll go with it and pop the ball to the opposite field, which he just did. Johnny Blanchard up now, hit one back to the pitcher, and Law made a great stab and threw him out the first time up. A curve is fouled up over the roof on the first base side, out into the street. 0-1. So the Yankees have scored a run here on Skowron's leadoff home run in the top half of the 5th. Pirates now out in front by 3 runs. Pitch to Blanchard, a ball that's wide. 1-1 on John. Getting down to the tail end of the order. Shantz is due up in this inning. Here's a fly ball into short center. Bill Verdon coming on hard. Now he slows up. He's under the ball waiting, makes the catch. Blanchard looks one to Bill Verdon in short center field. That brings up the New York Yankee third baseman, Clete Boyer. Popped up to Mazeroski the first time at bat today. Boyer, who had been the leadoff man for the Yankees, was dropped to the number 8 slot, and Bobby Richardson, who has shown tremendous power, was elevated to the leadoff position in Stengel's batting order today. Here's a bunt attempt. He missed it for a strike. He fouled the ball right into the glove of Smokey Burgess. 0-1 on Clete Boyer. 1 out, nobody on base, and a run in on a tremendous blast by Bill Skowron into the right field seat. The Pirates 4, the Yankees 1. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive to Mazeroski. 2 out. Boyer hit a screaming Mimi right back to Mazeroski, the Pirates second baseman, and they're 2 gone. And here's Shantz coming out. He's going to hit for himself. This is a good hitting pitcher, this little guy. Bobby Shantz. He was up only 10 times during the season. He had 2 hits. Little fella, number 30, right-handed batter. The pitch to him is a strike, letter high on the inside corner. 2 out, nobody on. Skowron opened up the 5th inning with a home run into the right field seat. The 0-1 pitch to Bobby Shantz. A swinging a line foul down the left field line. It's going to be out toward the Yankee bullpen. 2 strikes to count on Shantz. The New York Yankees in their 25th World Series. Here's the 0-2 pitch by Law. A ball that's wide, just outside to a right-handed batter. Yankees have had 18 World Championships. The Pirates have had just 2, 1909 and 1925. The 1-2 pitch to Shands. A high pop-up on the right side of the diamond. Here's Rocky Nelson coming in toward the mound. In toward the plate, he makes the catch to retire the side. In the inning, the top of the fifth for the Yankees. 1 run, 1 hit, a home run by Bill Skowron. Nobody left on. And after 4.5 innings of play at Forbes Field, it's the Pirates 4, the New York Yankees 1. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Vernon Law, the pitcher, will lead off for the Pirates. And here to bring you the play-by-play report of the last half of this ball game, the gentleman from Washington, D.C., Chuck Thompson.
Thanks a lot, Jack Quinlan, and good afternoon, everybody. Bobby Shantz, the little left-hander for New York, into the wind, deals, and Law swings and misses strike one. Vernon Law facing Yankee pitching for the second time this afternoon. The last time he batted, in the second inning with the bases loaded, he bounced into a very quick double play. Pitcher to the plate first. And the one-strike pitch coming on is a little high to the right-hander, Vernon. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Vernon Law. No doubt you can pick up that scream in the background as left-hander Shantz deals. Law looks as high inside. He rocks back out of the way. It's 2-1 now. I recognize that call. It belongs to a Washington Senator baseball fan who was out here. 2 balls, 1 strike to the Pirate hurler, Vernon Law. And little Bobby Shantz looking down to Blanchard now to pick up on the side. 4-1. The Pirates over the Yankees here on the bottom of the swinging a long fly ball deep to left. It may go all the way if it stays fair. It is a foul ball at the last moment. A foul ball. Oh, Mr. Law had it hit. It was all the way far out into the afternoon, but at the last moment, Stan Landis, the umpire down the left field foul line, gave it the wave off. And a tremendous ovation for Vernon Law. Oh, he unloaded. During the regular year, Vernon Law hit for an average of 181, but he also had a home run. And he just missed by not more than a couple of feet having a World Series home run. Pitch, swinging a ground ball up the third base side, gloved beautifully by Cletus Boyer. He throws to first base in time to get Vernon Law for the first out of the inning. 1 up and 1 down as Law grounds out to the third baseman, Clete Boyer. What a thrill for this jam-packed crowd here at Forbes Field to see pitcher Vernon Law make a bid for a home run, and believe me, that ball looked pretty good all the way down the line, and then just hooked out in the deep left field corner. Top of the order now, Bill Verdon, left-hand swinging center fielder. Chance into the move. First pitch coming down to Verdon. He curved him, swinging the drive to the right side of the second baseman, Richardson. He drifts over about a step and a half, makes the pickup and the throw to first, and plenty of time to get Verdon for the second out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And now here comes shortstop and captain, the leading hitter in the National League, Dick Gross. And this afternoon, against Yankee pitching, he is 0 for 2, having popped to short and grounded out to third. Right-hand swinger, Dick Gross against the southpaw slant of the little man, Bobby Shantz. Into the move now. First pitch coming down to Gross is a curveball that chips off the inside corner of the letters. Strike 1 to Gross. Shirley started the ball game, pitched 1 inning and to 1 man in the second, then was lifted for Stafford, who pitched 1 inning, and now Bobby Shantz. A 1-strike pitch. Gross swings, and there's a drive right back at pitcher Shantz, and he holds on a line drive right back to the pitcher for the final out of the inning. So the Pirates are 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. And the score at the end of 5 complete now. The Pirates 4 and the Yankees 1.
Value and choice from GM.
For 61, it's the hot newcomer from Pontiac, the Pontiac Tempest. America's first front-engine rear transmission car. Priced with the compacts, Tempest gives you a winning 130 horsepower from just 4 gas-saving cylinders. See Pontiac's new 1961 Tempest at your quality Pontiac dealers.
Bobby Richardson leads off for the Yankees here in the top half of the 6th inning. And Bob has been to the plate 25 times in this series with 6 base hits, a little bit of everything. He's had a pair of doubles and a pair of triples, a home run and a grand slammer at that, and 12 runs batted in, which incidentally is a new World Series record of 12 runs batted in a 6-game series. Well, here we are in the 7th, and this is the big one. And here's Richardson to face Vernon Law. Richardson lined out to the shortstop in the first inning and then hit a line drive to Bob Skinner in left field in the third. Big right-hander Law into the move now. The first pitch to Richardson. He ran up, bunted, and missed. Strike one. Richardson kind of shuffled up to the front of the box and then dropped the bat in front of the ball, but missed it, and a strike. One strike to Bob Richardson. He'll be followed by Kubek and Maris in the Yankee half of the sixth inning. To go now. Law, who doesn't waste very much time, into the move now, and the one-strike pitch coming to Richardson. Swung on a fly ball, hit out into shallow center. Coming on is Bill Verdon, still moving, can't get there, has to play it on the first hop, and Richardson is on with the fourth Yankee hit of the afternoon. A single to center field. A line drive that dropped in front of Bill Verdon, who didn't have any chance of getting to the ball. So with the Pirates leading the Yankees 4-1 in the top of the sixth inning, here is Tony Kubek, 0 for 2 this afternoon against Vernon Law. He has popped to second and popped out to short. Kubek, having a slam-bang series for New York prior to this afternoon's game, was hitting .370 with 10 hits in 27 trips. Law sets, throws. Kubek looks, it's low inside and a ball. The Pirates over the Yankees. Down on the Pirate bullpen, Elroy Face and Haddock. Pitch coming down to Kubek. He started a swing and held back on it. Now Burgess spins around and plate umpire Zukowski, who says, no, he didn't commit himself. Therefore, it'll be a ball 2. Kubek started to go and then held off, spun away from the pitch, and the count is 2 balls, no strikes. Well, the Pirate third baseman Don Hoke has come on in to the mound very briefly to say a word or two to Vernon Law. Haddock, the southpaw. Elroy Face, the right-hander, working in the Pirate bullpen in the right field corner. Leadoff hitter Richardson, single to center field. And now here's Kubek waiting the 2-0 pitch from Vernon Law. He sets and throws. Kubek leaned in as if to bunt, looked the pitch all the way, and it's a strike call. Ran the hands up the bat and then leaned in over the plate and took it all the way. 2 balls, 1 strike. Burgess pumps up the side, holds out the target there for Law, who throws the pitch inside to the left-hand batting Kubek, and the count mounts up now, 3-1. And an uneasy stir from the spectators here at Ford Field. This is a big one. This is for all of the money. This is for the glory and the gold, as they'd say. The 7th game of the 1960 series. The Pirates lead it 4-1 over New York. The Yanks with a runner at first and none out, and the 3-1 to Kubek. He takes all the way, and Law pumps it right in there for a strike 2 call. So fill the count now. 3-2 to Tony Kubek. Stengel now up on the top step of the Yankee dugout down the third base side. Eagle-eyeing every move made by Pirate hurler Vernon Law. He's all ready to go. The set, the 3-2. Richardson holds and the pitch is taken low for a ball 4. Well, Richardson moves to second base now as Vernon Law has given up the walk to Tony Kubek. And out of the Pirate dugout from the first base side now comes the dandy little Danny Murtaugh. This will be the first walk issued this afternoon by Vernon Law. And in 272 innings during the course of the regular year, while Murtaugh now confers with his hurler, in 272 innings of regular pitching this year, Vernon Law only gave up 40 walks and struck out 120. So a base on balls issued by Vernon Law is almost an oddity, but he walks Kubek. And the Yankees now have runners at first and second. And if you want to look down at the plate to Roger Maris, you could point out that the Yankees have the tying run at the plate. And there's Danny Murtaugh giving that well-known sign to the Ford Field fans, holding his palm down parallel to the ground just above his knees, indicating he wants the little fella, Elroy Face, and here he comes. Vernon Law has today pitched 5 innings and has allowed the New York Yankees a total of 4 base hits. He walked 1. He didn't fan a batter. And has given up 1 run, the leadoff home run to Bill Skowron in the 5th inning. Coming on now is Elroy Face, making his 4th World Series appearance. He has pitched 7 1/3 previous innings, and a good hand goes up for Vernon Law. A standing ovation. Listen to this. Faith has been called from the bullpen by Danny Murtaugh in this, the Blue Chip game. As we mentioned, it's his 4th appearance. He has pitched 7 1/3 innings and allowed 3 base hits and 2 Yankee runs, has an earned run of 2.52. Actually, going back in this series, Elroy Faith has allowed no hits and only 1 walk against the last 17 Yankees to face him. And it's Elroy Faith of forkball fame to pitch to Roger Maris with none out. And Yankee runners at first and second base. Top of the 6th inning, the Pirates lead the ball game by a score of 4-1, and the Yanks have got a little bit of something going for them right now. And Faith is out there to see if he can do, as he has done so many times in the past, stop him dead. Maris steps in. Faith throws a strike right over the inside corner. Maris putting up some kind of a beat now to Bill Zukowski, the plate umpire. Stomping around out there. Little Richardson, the runner for New York at second base. On at first base, Kubek. Richardson opened the inning with a single to center. Kubek then worked the count 3-2 to Vernon Law and drew a walk. And Elroy Faith is now in relief of the Pirate right-hander Law. 1 strike to the left-hand swinging Roger Maris. Faith into the set. He deals. Curveball misses outside, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike to Maris. What a ball game, and why not? The climax, the finish to the 1960 World Series. And it's been, well, I guess one of the words you could select and be pretty nearly right. You could say it's been a wacky sort of a series. Unusual, to say the least. 1 ball, 1 strike to Maris. None out. Yankee runners at first and second. The pitch swing and a high pop-up off the third base side. Back goes Don Hoke. Backpedaling. Grote is with him. Hoke in foul territory. Makes the catch. 1 away on the runner's hold. Maris fouls out the third baseman, Don Hoke. Richardson holds second. Kubek at first. 1 away now. Mantle had been up to the plate all ready to go, and now Casey Stengel has called him back toward the dugout, and I see that Mantle had forgotten to take that plastic helmet up there. Well, whenever you think about the tension and the excitement that goes into a World Series game, here's certainly a great pro, and many years a polished performer with the Yankees. Mantle about to step in without the plastic helmet. But he returned to the dugout, has donned the cap, and now steps in. Left hand swinging against the right hand pitching of Elroy Faith. 1 out. Yankee runners first and second. Pirates 4. And the Yankees 1. And Faith into the stretch. The first pitch coming to Mantle. He swings ground ball right back through the middle. Going hard as the shortstop dives. Can't get the ball. It's on through the center field for the base hit. And Richardson is going to score. Down to third base goes Kubek. And Mantle has singled through the middle to center field to drive in the second Yankee run. That's Mantle's second hit of the afternoon. And it's now the Pirates 4, the Yankees 2. 1 out on the inning. And Yankee runners on the corners. Mantle at first, Kubek at third, and Yogi Berra stepping in against Elroy Faith. That would be Mantle's 10th run batted in this 1960 series. This afternoon, 0 for 2. Stopped on a tremendous play by Hoke, and then he flied out to right in the 4th inning. The pitch swinging a ground ball down the first base side. It is a foul ball at the last moment, just foul. It took a short hop and kangarooed way up in the air over the head of the first baseman, Rocky Nelson. And when it came down, Nestor Shylock, first base umpire, right on top of the play, gave it the foul call. And as we looked down the first base side here at Ford Field, we could see it was not fouled by a whole lot. Strike 1. Kubek at third, Mantle at first, 1 out. Pirates 4, Yankees 2. And the Yankees are making their move here in this top half of inning number 6. And Elroy Faith is on for the Buccos to see if he can stop him. Brissett, the little right-hander throws. Berra swings. There's a high fly ball deep in the right field. I don't know about it. It may be in there. It is going to be a home run for Yogi Berra. Hit a sky-high fly ball right to the right field foul line, all the way into the deep right field corner. And we had to hold up because it was threatening to go foul, but it held in there, dropped in fair, a 3-run home run blast for Yogi Berra, and the Yankees have battled back out in front again. The Yankees 5 and the Pirates 4 on the 3-run home run blast by Yogi Berra. Bob Friend and Harvey Haddix are at it in the Pirate bullpen down in the right field corner. And now it's Yankees 5 and the Pirates 4. As Skowron steps in against Fate, he swings and pops him up off the third base side foul. Chasing back goes Don Hoke. He may have a play near the box seat railing. Comes in a little bit, has it. And that'll be the second out of the inning as Skowron fouls out the third baseman Don Hoke. 2 down now. And the batter will be the Yankee catcher Johnny Blanchard. Blanchard now. The pitch is a ball low inside to the left-hand swinger. Blanchard went on a wonderful play by Vernon Law in the third inning. Vernon made a leaping one-handed grab to steer his ground ball in the third, and then Blanchard slid out to center in the fifth inning. As Face goes for the move, a little right-hander throws, swinging a ground ball down first base way, waiting as Nelson grabs on a knee-high hop, trudges to the bag, and tags up ahead of Blanchard for the final out. Well, the Yankees grabbed 4 big runs in the inning on a total of 3 base hits. No Pirate errors, none left. And the score at the end of 5 1/2 innings of play is the New York Yankees 5, the Pittsburgh Pirates 4.
Bob Skinner leads off for the Pittsburgh Pirates in the last half of the 6th inning. Skinner walked in the first inning, and when Nelson ripped one into the right field seat, scored the first run of the game. Nelson with a 2-run home run blast in the first inning, and the Pirates grabbed 2 more in the second inning on a 2-run single by Bill Burden. But then the Yankees came on with a big 4 runs in the top of the 6th inning and have taken over now a 5-4 lead. And here's Skinner to face the little left-hander Bobby Shantz. First pitch coming down to Skinner, swinging a fly ball deep to right. Back and waiting is Maris. He's there and makes the grab. 1 out. Skinner flies out to the right fielder, Roger Maris. Well, here's the hero of the first inning in the 7th game, so far as Pirate fans are concerned, Rocky Nelson. Boy, he bombed one. He really put it in there. Off starting pitcher Bob Turley of the Yankees. But the Yankees have come battling back via their favorite punch, the home run ball. The pitch to Nelson, who's swinging a ground ball down the first base side, waiting is Skowron. He digs it out neatly, now throws to Shantz, the pitcher covering it first, in time to get Nelson for the second out. 2 up, 2 down for the Pirates in the bottom of the 6th, and now it'll be Roberto Clemente, who popped out to second baseman Richardson and then hit into a very sharp double play. Richardson to Kubek to Skowron in the 3rd inning. Ralph Terry and Jim Coates, a couple of long, lean right-handers, are going for Stengel down in the Yankee bullpen in left field. 2 out, none on. Yankees 5 and the Pirates 4. The 7th and deciding game. Shantz throws. He curved him. Beautiful pitch. And Clemente took it all the way for a strike. Now the little southpaw from Ambler, PA, brings the arm down, throws a fastball, but it's low and inside, and a ball. 1-1 now to Clemente. A little quiet in Forbes Field right now. 1 ball, 1 strike to Clemente. 2 out, none on. Last half of the 6th inning, 5-4 the Yankees. The pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 2, and Clemente went around and around that time, trying to find that chance curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now Shantz in the move. The 1-2 to Clemente. Ground ball hit off the third base side of the mound, fielded by the pitcher Shantz, recovers, throws to first in time to get Clemente, and that'll be the final out of the inning. Shantz, one of the fine fielding pitchers in baseball, throws out Clemente. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. And the score at the end of 6 complete now, it's the Yankees 5 and the Pirates 4. Clete Boyer, right-hand swinging third baseman for the Yankees in the 7th game, will lead off in the top of the 7th inning. Yankees 5, Pirates 4. And Elroy Face, all ready to go to work. Pirate right-hander throws. Strike right over the outside corner above the knees. Well, the Forbes Field fans, of course, are hoping that the Pirates will demonstrate that great facility for bouncing back. The pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. 2 strikes now to Cletus Boyer. The Buccos of Danny Murtaugh, no less than 29 times in the past season, trailing after 6 innings, came on to win. Swinging a high fly ball deep into left. Skinner digging hard, going to his left, still moving, and now it's Verdon crossing over, and Verdon makes the easy catch in deep left center. Skinner going hard. It looked as though he might not get to the ball, and then Verdon just grew up right in front of it to handle it without any trouble at all. Boyer flies out to the center fielder, Verdon. And the Forbes Field fans now give a good reception to the Yankee hurler Bobby Shantz, who has retired 11 in a row since he's come in the ball game. As a batter in the 5th inning, Shantz popped out to the first baseman, Rocky Nelson. The pitch is a ball. To say the least, Shantz doesn't present too much of a strike zone. Now Face into the move. Swinging a high foul ball out of play. Behind the plate, back among the spectators. And the count to Shantz, 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike to Shantz. Elroy Face in relief of Vernon Law into the move now, and the 1-1 coming down to the right-hand swinger. It's too high, and a ball. 2-1 now. Well, this officially will be the end of the 1960 baseball season. And Face throws the 2-1 to Shantz, cut on a ground ball down the third base side, over the head of Don Hope, the third baseman, out at the deep left field corner. Racing for the ball is Skinner. Here's Shantz around first with a big turn, and then he holds on and digs back in with a bouncing single over the head of third baseman Don Hope. Skinner got to the ball very quickly at the foul line, and Shantz made the big turn at first and then went right back in there. 1 out, runner at first, Shantz, and the top of the Yankee batting order, Bobby Richardson, who has lined to short, lined out to left, and singled to center field. And has scored a run. Pirate infield up, a quick throw to first base, but back in time is Shantz. Face thought he might catch little Bobby going the wrong way and almost did. Nelson was off the bag slightly. And the pitch is taken inside, and that time Richardson squared on the pitch as if he were going to bunt and then took the pitch inside for a ball. In the Pirate bullpen, Bob Friend and Harvey Haddix. Face ready to go again. Looks over to check Shantz. Throws, strike. And again, Richardson was taken all the way. Ran the hands up the bat. And looked it over. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pirate infield up a couple of steps in double play depth. 1 out. And the pitch swinging. There's a line drive down the right field side. Is a foul ball. A foul ball at the last moment. A line drive hit about halfway down the right field foul line. Out foul by about 2 or 3 feet. So the count to Richardson, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Richardson taking Face to the opposite field, and it wasn't foul by a whole lot. Shantz now taking a leisurely stroll back toward first. He's trying to save a little bit. Of course, when you're in the 7th game of a World Series, you're in there to go as hard as you can go, as long as you can go, and never mind saving it because you got the whole winter to rest up. Now the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch to Richardson. Shantz leads first, the set by Face, the pitch. High pop-up foul, and it'll be out of play off the third base side. And the count continues 1-2. That old baseball bounced around quite a little bit, hitting the upper deck off the third base side, and they couldn't hold it up there, so charged the second-story tennis down the left field side with an error, and the lower box seat fans held onto it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, Yankees batting, top half, 7th inning. Score, the Yankees 5, the Pirates 4, final game of the series. Elroy Face now delivers. Richardson swings, ground ball third base way. Don Hope has, goes to second. That's 1, and that's the only play possible. They execute the force of Bob Shantz coming in at second base for the 2nd out of the inning. And on at first base on the force is Richardson. 2 down now, and the batter will be Tony Kubek. Kubek popped to second, popped out to short, drew a walk in the 6th inning. And that walk, incidentally, was what sent Vernon Law out of the ball game and brought in Elroy Face. 2 out. Richardson, the runner at first base. Nelson plays him tight to the bag that way. Face into the stretch. Sets and throws. Kubek looks. It's inside low on a ball. Burgess held it up there just a little while for plate umpire Jakowski to look at. 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch coming down. No quick throw to first. Back in time is Richardson. No tag made by Rocky Nelson. And the 1-0 no. Another quick throw to first. And this time Nelson made the tag, but not in time. 1 ball, no strikes. To the batter, Kubek. 2 down. Richardson edges out to that lead again. Face sets. Looks over to first, then turns and throws. Swinging a line drive into right field. Clemente to his right, stops, and he's got it for the final out of the inning. Kubek lined out for the right fielder, Clemente. For the Yankees in the 7th inning. No runs, 1 base hit, no Pirate errors, and a man is left. The score at the end of 6 1/2 innings of play. The Yankees 5 and the Pirates 4. The official paid attendance has just been made known here at Forbes Field. For the 7th and the final game, 36,683 paid. 36,683 paid. We're ready for the bottom of the 7th inning. Chance on the mound, taking his final tune-up tosses. And against the little left-hander will come the southpaw swinging little round man, Smokey Burgess. It'll be Burgess, Don Hoke, and Mazeroski in that order in the Pirate half of the 7th inning. And what a ball game. What a series. All ready to go. And now the Forbes Field fans begin to warm to the task as Burgess steps in. And we're ready to go. The Yankee outfield is cut around a little bit toward the right field side to Smokey. Burgess this afternoon singled between Skowron and the bag at first base in the 2nd inning, and then grounded out to Richardson in the 4th. The pitch is a strike called as Chance trotted the curveball in there. The 7-game total attendance in the 60 World Series, 349,813. Yankee bullpen active again with Coates and Terry. Now the 1-strike pitch coming down to Burgess. Chance throws, curve, swinging a drive, hit right back through the middle, base hit to center field. Burgess starts the Pirates in the 7th with a single to center. That brings up Don Hoke, and we're going to get a pinch runner for Burgess. Joe Christopher has come on to run for Smokey Burgess. Christopher is running for Burgess at first, and the batter will be Don Hoke. Hoke drew the walk in the 2nd inning, grounded out to second base in the 4th inning. The base hit by Burgess a moment ago is the first Pirate base hit since back in the 2nd. Now the left-hander throws. Hoke takes inside and almost hit him. Just turned away from an inside offering. Ball 1. Well, where Terry and Coates have been kind of throwing rainbows down there in the bullpen in left field for the Yankees, they're beginning to hum the ball a little better right now. Leadoff hitter Burgess single to center field. He's replaced by runner Christopher, who leads first base. Skowron tight to the bag. The 1-0 pitch coming to right-hand batting Hoke. He takes it inside for a ball 2. Ran the hands up the bat and shrugged away from an inside offering that very nearly hit him. 2 balls, no strikes. And the tension mounts with each and every pitch. Boy, we've had goosebumps standing out on us ever since the first pitch of this ball game. It's been that kind of an afternoon. The Yankees 5 runs on 7 hits. The Pirates 4 runs on 5. Chance is ready. The 2-0 to Hope. He takes again inside and a ball 3. 3-0. Stengel is up on the top step of the Yankee dugout, stirring around nervously. Now your 3-0 pitch coming down to Don Hoke. Here it is. It's a strike over the inside corner beneath. 3-1, and Don was evidently under wraps, taking all the way. Now looks down third base way to the coach, Frank Osiak, to see what could be brewing on this 3-1 delivery. to the Pirate third baseman Don Hoke. Christopher, the runner at first, none out in the Pirate half of the seventh. The set by Chance, the 3-1. It's a foul ball on a bunt. Tick the bat foul at the plate, 3-2. Hoke gave little or no indication of the bunt that time other than running the hands up the bat. There wasn't too much body action on his part. He just slid the hands up the bat and chopped at the ball. Bunted it foul at the plate. 3-2 to Don. Well, we'll keep an eye on Christopher over there at first base. 3 balls, 2 strikes. None out. Christopher, the runner at first. Scour naturally holding him on, playing him tight to the bag. And Little Chance, being a left-hander, is looking right down his throat. Here's the stretch, the set, and the throw to first base, but diving back under the throw is Christopher. No play. Chance on that pickoff throw usually sidearms to first base. Now time is called as Hoke spills out of the batting box just as Chance was about ready to throw. Well, it's an old waiting game. Hoke says, I have to wait on you, then you're going to wait on me a little bit. Here we go now. The lead by Christopher. Chance into the stretch. He sets, and the 3-2 to Hoke. There goes Christopher. He swings a long fly ball deep in the left field corner. Berra coming on is there to grab it. Makes the catch, and now racing back to first base. Ahead of the throw goes Christopher. Well, Hoke hit it pretty good. A line drive, but Berra got a good jump on the ball. Racing toward the foul line, was able to haul it in for the first out of the inning. 1 down, and now the batter is Mazeroski. And before Mazeroski steps in, Blanchard has gone to the mound to talk a little bit with Bob Chance. Third baseman Cletus Boyer is in, and now charging out of that Yankee dugout. Racing up to the mound comes one of the greatest names in baseball, Casey Stengel. Speaking of great names in baseball, Stan Musial is sitting in a front row seat in the St. Louis Cardinal box down along the first baseline. And you look a long time before you find any greater than that man. Well, plate umpire Bill Jakowski has made a trip up there to the mound and said, well, fellas, we better break up the conference. We got a ball game on our hands. So Stengel now goes back to the Yankee dugout off the third base side. Boyer takes over his position at third base. Blanchard down behind the plate again. 1 out of the inning. And here is Mazeroski, who had a bunt single to load the bases in the second inning and popped out the shortstop in the fourth. Chance is ready. He throws. Ground ball hit sharply up the third base side. Charging Kubek makes the grab. Throws to second. 1 out. Back to first. Double play. Short to second to first, a lightning-quick double play for the New York Yankees, and they're out of trouble here in the bottom of the 7th inning. For the Pirates, no runs, 1 base hit, no Yankee errors, none left, and the score now at the end of 7, it's the New York Yankees 5 and the Pirates 4. In that a pinch runner entered the game for Burgess, the Pirates have Hal Smith behind the plate as we go to the 8th inning, and here's Roger Maris. Swings and hits a line drive down to that right field corner. It is going to be a foul ball at the last moment. Bangs off that big wall down there, 300 feet away, and about 6 or 8 feet foul. Just a long strike to Maris, who's looking for his first base knock in this final game. Fouled out to third, lined out to right, fouled out to third. Elroy Face on the mound, and Hal Smith is now the Pirate catcher. Top of the 8th, Yankees 5, Pirates 4. The pitch, swinging a ground ball right back to the third base side of the mound. Going hard, Face makes the grab, recovers, throws to first in time to get Roger Maris on a wonderful play. On his follow-through, Face came off the first base side of the mound and then had to retreat very rapidly to the third base side of the mound and make the pickup and recover in time to throw out Maris, who was going along pretty good. 1 out in the Yankee half of the 8th inning, and now here is Mantle, who has 2 hits in 3 trips and a run batted in. All ready to go now. Face into the move. The first pitch to the left-hand swinger is a ball up high. Mantle has knocked in 1 and scored 1. The big hit in the ball game so far has been a 3-run home run blast by Yogi Berra in the 6th inning. And the Yankees lead 5-4. The pitch to Mantle. Swinging a line drive caught by the shortstop, Dick Grote. Mantle tried to get one into the opposite field, but Grote went soaring up in the air in front of his line drive to take it for the second out. Joe DeMaestri is loosening up for the Yankees down in left field. And here is Yogi Berra, the man who put the Yankees in front with a tying fly ball home run with 2 mates aboard in the Yankee 6th. And that's the way the ball game stands right now in this top half of the 8th inning. 2 out and none on. The Yankees 5 and the Pirates 4. And Elroy's face throws. He's high to Berra for a ball. Berra could very possibly have had 2 base hits in this ball game so far had it not been for a sparkling play by third baseman Don Hoke back in the 2nd inning. Look out, Yogi. Low bridge. Little face let one go high and tight, and Berra had to duck down out of the way. 2 balls, no strikes. A little bit of the sign language that the pitchers employ on behalf of the batters. Sometimes that kind of a pitch carries a rather authoritative message. Now the 2-0 pitch coming down to Yogi Berra. Swinging a high pop foul behind the plate. It may make the seats, and I believe it will. Out of play. 2-1. 2 out, none on. Now your 2-1 pitch to Yogi Berra. All ready to go now. Face with a new ball in play. Spent a little time kind of massaging and rubbing it down. Now the little right-hander into the move. The pitch coming to Berra. Swinging a ground ball foul outside of first. Caron's off the box seat railing out into right field where Clemente runs it down. 2-2 to Yogi Berra. Looking at DeMaestri down in the Yankee bullpen would make you think that perhaps Stengel might move DeMaestri in at short and then put Kubek out there in left field. But let's let Mr. Stengel run the ball club and wait and see. Now the 2-2 pitch to Berra, ground a foul ball back on the netting behind the plate. And it's 2-2. The Yankees out in front by the narrowest of margins. 1 run. They lead 5-4 over the Pirates, who scored 2 runs in the first and 2 more in the second and haven't been able to score since. The pitch to Berra is high and away, and the count fills up now, 3-2. Bob Turley started today for the Yankees, gave way to Bill Stafford, and then Bob Shantz came on, and he's held the Pirates right where they are. Now the big one, 3-2 pitch coming to Berra, 2 out and none on. It's up high, ball 4. Berra walks. First walk issued by Elroy Face this afternoon. Stepping in now, the right-hand batting Yankee first baseman Bill Skowron, who led the 5th inning with a home run into the right field seats to give the Yankees their first run. Then the Yanks came on with another one of their big innings. 4 runs in the 6th. The pitch, swinging a ground ball off that third base side. Backing is down. Hoke one-hands it out of the air. Throws to second. Not in time. Hoke was powerless to do more than he had done with the play. It was a kangaroo hop, kind of a short hop ground ball. Then it took off up in the air much like a pop fly. And Hoke backed off under the bouncing grounder. Waited for it to come down. Made a lightning quick throw to second base, trying to force Berra, but could not get him. And the ruling is an infield hit for Moose Skowron. So the Yankees now with 2 down have runners at first and second. And here is their catcher, Johnny Blanchard. Blanchard went out on a fine play by Law in the 3rd inning. Then he flied out to center in the 5th inning and went out unassisted to Nelson to end the 6th. Southpaw hitter. And Elroy Face staring down to his battery mate Hal Smith. Into the stretch now, the little man sets. And here's the first one coming to Blanchard. Outside on the ball. 1-0. Moose Skowron with that infield hit deep to third has picked up his 12th World Series base hit in 1960. Time called momentarily. Blanchard backing out of there. $36,683 here to see the final game of this 6C series. And what a ball game they're looking at. Face ready, he throws, swinging a high pop foul out of play off the first base side. The count is 1 ball, 1 strike to Blanchard. Crosetti coaching third for the Yankees. Ralph Houck pacing back and forth up and down in that first base coaching box. Skowron, the runner at first. And Yogi Berra down there at second for the Yankees. DeMaestri still loosening up a little bit in the Yankee bullpen in the left field corner. And Face now ready with a 1-1 pitch to Johnny Blanchard. Here it comes. Swing and a soft line drive. It's going to be in there for the base hit in right center field. Around third, headed for the plate comes Yogi Berra. On his way to third goes Skowron as the right fielder Clemente bobbled the ball momentarily. But Blanchard has looped a shallow base hit in the alley in right center to drive in Berra for the Yankees' 6th run of the afternoon. Skowron takes third, and Blanchard picks up his 2nd World Series run batted in. Kind of a soft line drive that looped out over the head of the second baseman Mazeroski, dropped in right center. Scored Berra from second base. Skowron took third. Blanchard is now on at first. Still 2 out of the inning as Face got the first 2 men, Maris and Mantle. Then the walk to Berra, the infield hit to Skowron. Blanchard singled. And it's 6-4 right now. And here is Cletus Boyer, who swings in a line drive down the left field line. It's going to be a fair ball all the way up the deep left field corner. That's going to score Skowron without any trouble. Racing toward third goes Blanchard, and they hold him up there. And into second, standing up with the double, goes Cletus Boyer. Boyer rips a line double into the deep left field corner to score Skowron with the 7th Yankee run. Blanchard is held at third. And it's now the Yankees 7 and the Pittsburgh Pirates 4. 2 out. And runners at second and third. And the batter will be the pitcher, Bobby Shantz. Shantz, in 2 trips to the plate this afternoon, has popped out to first and singled to left field. And now he steps in with Yankee runners at second and third. Face into the move. The first pitch to Shantz is low and away. Ball 1. Boyer with a line drive double down the left field line has knocked in another Yankee run. 7-4. Shantz looks. It's out over the outside corner, and the strike is called by plate umpire Jakowski. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bobby Shantz. And the pitch, swinging a high pop-up foul down the first base side. It'll make the seats, I believe. Chasing over goes catcher Hal Smith, but is back in behind the Pirate dugout at about 15 rows. 1-2 now to Shantz. Yankee bullpen standing up down there in left field. Pacing around nervously, watching every move in the ball game. Activity. Bob Friend is throwing, along with Harvey Haddix, I believe, in the Pirate bullpen down in the right field corner. Shantz, little right-handed batter, waiting now. The 1 ball, 2 strike pitch from Face, and here it is. It's too low, and the count is 2-2. Well, the walk to Yogi Berra started Face in a little bit of trouble here in the 8th inning. Infield hit by Skowron and put him in deeper, and then Blanchard singled to drive in a run. Boyer doubled to drive in another. The Pirate right-hander throws low, and a good save by catcher Hal Smith. Well, that'll fill the count now. 3-2. Full count to Bobby Shantz. With 2 out. 3-2 into the wine. Here's the pitch to Shantz. A ground ball is foul outside of first. One-handed by Ralph Houck. Couldn't hold on to it, however. Looks at the baseball, says it's okay, and flips it out to pitcher Elroy Face. Well, the Bucks again this afternoon are facing the uphill battle. They trail by a score of 7-4 with the Yankees batting in the top half of the 8th inning and time running out. Now Face into the move, and the 3-2 pitch coming down to Shantz. A soft fly ball to shallow right, moving to his right and coming in is Clemente. He's there and makes the grab for the final out of the inning. But the Yankees get 2 more runs in this inning on 3 base hits. No Pirate errors. 2 men are left in the score now at the end of 7 1/2 innings of play. It's the New York Yankees 7 and the Pittsburgh Pirates 4. In that pitcher, Face is scheduled to lead off in the last half of the 8th inning for the Pirates. Danny Murtaugh's gone to the pinch hitting barrel, and here is Gino Cimoli. During the regular year, Gino hit .267 and knocked in 28 runs for Pittsburgh. He did not hit a home run in the 1960 season. He's hitting .211 in the series with 19 at-bats and 4 base hits. He's played in 6 ball games. Strike is called to Gino, right-hand batter. Bob Shantz Dropped that slow curveball in on Gino Cimoli. Chance into the move now. The one-strike pitch to Gino is too high, and he takes the ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. In the Yankee bullpen in left field, again, it's Ralph Terry and Jim Coates. Just staying loose. Cimoli pinch hitting and leading off on the bottom of the 8th inning to see if he can get something started. Chance throws looked like a screwgie that caught the outside corner above the knees, and a strike is called. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Gino Cimoli. I'm not certain that it was a screwball, but it reacted much in the manner of a screwball in that when thrown by a left-handed pitcher to a right-handed batter would break down and away. And a lot of southpaws who use that screwball for a change of pace pitch. Now the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch coming to Cimoli. Chance throws. He curved him, swinging a foul ball back on the screen behind the plate. And the count continues. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gino Cimoli. Handsome young man from the Golden Gate City of San Francisco, who does a lot of work in the off-season with boys' clubs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yankees 7, Pirates 4, bottom of the 8th inning. And a tense, taut crowd. Here's Chance, deals up high for a ball now. 2-2 to Cimoli. The fans here at Forbes Field are sitting as if they were on a keg of dynamite. You can just feel the explosion that could happen if Cimoli could get the Pirates started. And now the fans begin to warm to their task a little bit. And Chance goes to the wire. The 2-2 pitch coming to Cimoli. Swinging a fly ball hit out of the right center field. Dropping in a hurry. Maris coming on. Can't get it. Base hit. Pinch hitter Gino Cimoli is delivered with a base knock in right center. And that'll bring around the top end of the batting order Bill Verdon. And now Forbes Field becomes a little more lively as these Pirate fans try to get into the game with their ball club. Verdon this afternoon has flied to left, has singled to right center to drive in 2 runs, has grounded out to second base, 1-4-3. Chance into the move now. He sets. Strike is called as Chance got a good fastball over the outside corner to the left-hand swinging Bill Verdon. Strike 1. Runner at first base, Gino Cimoli, to say the least. Skowron holds him tight to the bag. The set, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball hit right toward the shortstop. Oh, it hit Kubek in the face. It hit him in the face, and Kubek has been hurt, and all hands are safe. A bad hot ground ball came up and hit him in the face and bounced away, and all hands are safe, and time has been called here at Forbes Field while Yankee teammates rush along with the trainers to see if they can assist Kubek. Now, I said it hit him in the face. I'm not certain. It could have been in the throat of the jaw. We will know a little later. The ball bounced after it hit Kubek a little bit to his left. And, of course, Verdon is on at first base. Jack Quinlan, who was looking at Kubek through field glasses, informs that the ball apparently hit Kubek on the Adam's apple. Kubek now sitting up and being administered to by the Yankee trainer. Verdon is safe. Down to second goes Cimoli. A base hit, a bad hot single. Kubek is up now and moving around. Stengel is out there to see what he can do. Trainer Gus Mauch broke from the dugout like a sprinter the minute Kubek hit the ground. It was a sharply hit ground ball, and Kubek was right in position to make the play and, of course, go for the double play when suddenly that ball took an unusual hop and came up, and it appeared to hit him in the vicinity of the face or the jaw, and now we have determined that it struck Kubek in the Adam's apple on the throat. The ball bounced 6 or 8 feet to Kubek's left, and, of course, Cimoli was able to move to second base, and on at first base with a bad hop single is Bill Verdon. Stengel still out there talking to his shortstop, Kubek. Well, Jack, of the many painful injuries a man can sustain in baseball, certainly that is one of the more painful.
Oh, Chuck, he took a pretty good jolt. That thing tipped him right over backwards as soon as the ball hit the ground and came up and hit him right in the throat. And he flipped over like a fish out of water, and he just sat there in a sitting position for a while, and Stengel now is looking out toward the bullpen. I believe Joe DeMaestri is going to come in to relieve Tony Kubek. He got a pretty good shot there right in the throat. Well, here's a standing ovation for the fine Yankee shortstop Tony Kubek, who was victimized by a bad hopping ground ball that hit him in the throat. And Stengel decides that he will bring Joe DeMaestri into the ball game at shortstop, and Kubek gets a fine, warm ovation from these Pittsburgh Pirate fans at Forbes Field. So Joe DeMaestri comes in now to play shortstop in this 8th inning. Well, let's see what will develop. DeMaestri takes some tune-up tosses. The score, the Yankees 7 and the Pirates 4. And the Pirates, well, the tying run is represented by the batter, Dick Groat. DeMaestri is now the Yankee shortstop, so the Yankee infield has Boyer third, DeMaestri short, Richardson second, and Skowron at first. Pirate runners at first base, Bill Burden. At second base, Gino Simoli. The batter is Dick Groat. Chance up on the mound, looks down to Blanchard to pick up the sign, and here we go again. He sets, and the first pitch to Groat is a strike over the inside corner at the letters. Groat was all cranked up on that pitch, and then at the last moment snapped the hands back inside and took it. 1 strike. Osiak edging up into the corner of the coaching box at third, looking out there to check on Simoli. Mickey Vernon eagle-eyeing the moves of Bill Burden at first base, and of course guarding against the moves of Bob Shantz. Skowron backs off the bag at first. Now the 1-strike pitch to Groat. It's inside in the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, a tremendous baseball game, and why not? This is baseball's greatest show, the classic, the World Series, the 1-1 pitch to Groat. He swings a ground ball, base hit in the hole in the field. Around third, heading for the plate comes Simoli. And he's over as Groat ripped one into left field, and it's now a 7-5 ball game. Fans at Forbes Field are on their feet. Around their feet as Stengel goes to the mound. You wouldn't say we were excited, would you? Stengel goes to the mound and is talking now with his catcher Blanchard and pitcher Bobby Shantz. Dick Groat has just ripped one. He really nailed it right on the button between the third baseman and the shortstop, in the hole through the left field. Scored Simoli from second base with a 5th run. Burden holds second. Down to first is Groat. And out of the Yankee bullpen now comes right-hander Jim Coates. And that's going to be all for Bobby Shantz. This little fella has pitched a great ball game. He's pitched 5 full innings for the Yankees and is getting a fine hand as he goes to the dugout. Has allowed but 4 hits. Has walked 1 and given up a run. Has not fanned anybody. And coming in is Jim Coates, and this will be game number 3 for Jim Coates in the 1960 series. He has pitched 5 2/3 innings, allowed 4 base hits, has walked 1 and struck out 3. Jim Coates now on the mound for the New York Yankees. The first batter to face Jim Coates will be Bob Skinner, who was able to play in the first game of this series for the Pirates and has been out ever since with a jammed thumb. Coates, during the 1960 season for Casey Stengel and the Yankees, appeared in 35 ball games. He started 18 games and completed 6. A total of 148 innings, allowed 138 hits. He won 13, he lost 3, and Skinner moves up to the plate. Forbes Field is really rocking now, with Skinner facing the right-handed reliever Jim Coates, and Pirate runners at first and second base. None out in the inning, 1 run in. It's the Yankees 7 and now the Pirates 5. And here is Bob Skinner, who walked and then bounced out to the first baseman with the pitcher covering and fly to right. He bunts third base side. It's going to be a beauty, moving both runners up. Boyer comes in to field the bunt and throws to first in time to get Skinner. The sacrifice bunt sends Burden down to third base, Groat over to second base, The tying runs are in scoring position, and Rocky Nelson is coming to the plate. Skinner was called upon to sacrifice and dropped a perfect bunt down the third base line, fielded by the third baseman Boyer, who threw to Scour in time to retire Skinner for the first out, but it allowed Verdon to move into third base and Grote to second base, where the right kind of a base hit could tie up the old series. The Yankees lead at 7-5 right now, and Coates is into the move. The first pitch to Rocky Nelson. Inside low, and a good save by the Yankee catcher, Blanchard. Coates fed the left-hand hitting Nelson a hooking ball, breaking down and in right at his shoe tops, and Rocky had to really scramble to get out of the way. Terry throwing down in the Yankee bullpen along with Luis Arroyo. 1 ball, no strikes to Nelson. Left-hand batting, Pirate first baseman. Runners at second and third, 1 out. The move by Coates. The pitch to Nelson. He swings, and it's a pop fly out in the shallow right field. Coming in is Maris, a little deeper than I thought. Tagging up is Verdon. The catch by Maris, and Verdon makes a false start and then backs off. And no wonder, a perfect throw from right fielder Roger Maris. Nelson hit a fly ball into semi-deep right field, not nearly deep enough to allow Verdon to come on. And with 2 down now, and Pirate runners holding second and third, that drops the situation squarely in the lap of Roberto Clemente, who this afternoon is looking for his first hit of the afternoon. He has delivered on 8 occasions prior to this afternoon. All of his hits have been singles. He has knocked in 2 runs in the 60 series for Pittsburgh. Right-handed batter. Stepping in against the right-hand tosses of Jim Coates, who just got Nelson on a fly ball to right fielder Roger Maris. There are 2 out now, and runners at second and third. Coates into the move. The first pitch coming down to Clemente. Here it is. Swinging a high foul ball out of play, up over the roots. Strike 1. Clemente appeared to be a little anxious on that one. It was right up around the peak of the cap, and he ripped at it and fouled it away, and that brought Stengel charging out of that dugout again. Stengel startled all of the newspapermen the other day when he was asked before yesterday's game, what about Bob Friend? And Stengel said, I wish they'd have fired him back in June. And everybody said, what? How come? Stengel said, then I'd have had him. 1 strike to Clemente. Blanchard joined Stengel for that brief conference on the mound. 1 strike to Roberto Clemente. Pirate runners are hanging on the hassocks. Down at third base, Bill Verdon. Out at second base, Dick Grote. 2 out in the Pirate half of the 8th inning. The Yankees lead the ball game 7-5. And the Pirates, with a good opportunity, staring them in the face, now trying to capitalize on same. Coates looks down to Blanchard for the sign. Into the move. The 6'4" right-hander starts the wind. And the 1-strike pitch to Clemente. Swinging another foul ball up over the roof and out of play. Strike 2 to Clemente. And again, that pitch appeared to be right up around the peak of the cap. Of course, we're sitting up on the mezzanine level at Forbes Field. But Clemente is classified among the bad ball hitters of baseball. He'll pick a lot of those high pitches, low pitches, and ram them somewhere for base knocks. Now a 2-strike pitch coming down to Clemente. Coates into the move. The Yankee right-hander brings the arm down. Here's the pitch to Clemente. He swings at a ground foul, trickles down the first base side, and the count is 2 strikes, and that broke the bat, and Clemente switched and grabbed the barrel end of the bat and then snapped the handle of the bat right off as he, in exasperation, broke it on his way to the dugout. 2 strikes to the right fielder, Roberto Clemente. Clemente hit .314 on the season for the Pirates, knocked in 94 runs. He's got a couple of ducks on the pond right now that he'd dearly love to knock in. The tying runs are out there on base for the Pirates with 2 out in the last half of the 8th inning. Verdon, the runner at third base. Grote, the runner at second base. A count of 2 strikes to right-hand batting Clemente. And the Yankee right-hander Coates into the move. The pitch coming to Clemente. It's low and outside, a ball, 1-2. In typical World Series fashion, this one appears to be going right down to the wire. Now Blanchard pumping out the sign to Coates, who wigwags with that glove just a little bit. He wants to see that sign again. Now Coates is into the move, the 1-2 to Clemente. He swings a ground ball, slowly hit off the first base side, charging at Scour. He makes the pickup, there'll be no play, and the run scored.
outside. Skowron came charging in, made the pickup on the ball, had no chance of a play at the plate because Paddon broke with the crack of the bat. And then realized that he couldn't get over there in time to get Clemente at first base, so the infield hit by Clemente has driven in the 6th Pirate run. Down to third base goes Grote. 2 out. It's the Yankees 7, the Pirates 6, and the batter will be catcher Hal Smith. Smith steps in with 2 down, and Pirate runners at first and third, and this ballpark is going crazy. Coates into the set. He throws. Smith takes a strike right down the pipe. And Smitty was giving it a good look. 1 strike to right-hand batting Hal Smith. Clemente hit a little dribbler off the first base side, wide of the bag at first, and legged it out into a base hit. And, of course, Paddon was able to score the 6th run. Now the 1 strike pitch coming to Smith. It's high on the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, the Pirate opportunity in this ball game, in this inning, came about on a bad hop that hit Kubek in the throat and knocked him out of the ball game. Now the 1-1 pitch coming down to Hal Smith. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, and he really pulled the trigger. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hal Smith, who gave it the big ripple, the Sunday punch, and couldn't find it. The tying run is at third base in the person of Dick Grote. The go-ahead run is out there at first in the person of Roberto Clemente. And now the set. The 1-2 pitch coming to Hal Smith. Coates throws. He started a swing and held back, and it's taken high for a ball. A check swing and a ball 2. 2-2 now. And for just a split second, every move of the Pirate dugout came to a stop on that call up there at the plate. But it was a high pitch, and Smith held back on the swing. So the count is 2-2. And Coates into the stretch. He sets. And the 2-2 to Smith. He swings a long fly ball deep to left field. I don't know. It might go out of here. It is going. Insane asylum. We have seen and shared in one of baseball's great moments, and a fellow who shared all of these jobs with me throughout the 1960 World Series. That is, if he can hear me now. Jack, we have shared one of the all-time great moments in baseball, the 7th and deciding game of a World Series, and Hal Smith has just hit a home run to put the Pirates in front by a score of 9-7.
Chuck, I don't know why you called on me. I'm almost speechless. This is one of the most dramatic home runs of all time. 5 runs are in, and the Pirates again have the lead. A tremendous wallop by Smith. And the only reason that he was playing is that Burgess had been taken out earlier for a pinch runner. He just drove a ball over the 406-foot sign in toward left center field. Farrah went back, and all Yogi could do was stand there and just be helpless and watch the ball sail out over the ballpark and into Shenley Park for a 3-run homer, and the Pirates now lead by a score of 9-7. A new pitcher, Ralph Terry, has come on as Smith delivered the knockout blow to lean, lanky Jim Coates.
That's the story at Forbes Field. Hal Smith ripped into a pitch, a 2-2 offering, and hit it out over the left field wall. As the Pirate players would tell you, Smith hit one far out into the afternoon, over the 406-foot sign, to score Grote with a tying run, Clemente with the 8th run, and himself with the 9th run. And when Smith got to the dugout, it's a wonder he could stand up. He received, as you could well expect, a tremendous pummeling and back-thumping from the excited Pittsburgh Pirates, and the noise here at Forbes Field still has not died down. Terry has come on in relief of Coach. Coach has worked 2/3 of an inning, has allowed 2 base hits and 2 runs. Didn't strike anybody out, didn't walk anybody, and now Ralph Terry faces Don Hope. 2 out, none on, and the Pirates have bounced back and lead 9-7. The pitch is a ball outside high. No one, of course, needs to be reminded of that all-important Yankee ninth yet to come. 1 ball, no strikes to Hope. The pitch is a curveball, caught the outside corner above the knees, and the count is a ball and a strike. Al Smith, in his moment of glory, his first World Series home run, and I mean he hit it every inch of the way. Now the 1-1. Hope swings another high fly to left field. Moving over toward the foul line, Berra slashes it down. Near the foul line, Berra looks up. He's got it. And that's it for the Pirates in the 8th inning. Well, that's the story at the end of 8 innings of play. The score, the Pittsburgh Pirates 9, the New York Yankees 7. From out of the Pirate bullpen in the right field corner to face the New York Yankees in the 9th inning comes Bob Friend. This will be his 3rd game. His first relief performance. He has started 2, has pitched a total of 6 innings, allowed 7 earned runs, has 0-2 on the series, and Danny Murtaugh is demonstrating his belief and his confidence in Bob Friend and sends him to the mound in the 9th inning to protect a 2-run lead that means a world championship. It is still, of course, if Friend is able to hold the Yankees, the game will belong to Elroy Face. And the loss would have to go to Colts if things conclude as they now stand. In the 9th inning, for the Yankees, it will be Bobby Richardson to lead off against Bob Friend. We have been informed by the press PA that Kubek has been taken to the hospital for further examination and treatment if necessary. Bobby Richardson steps in. Bob Friend on the mound for the Pirates delivers, and the first pitch is a strike. Right back, swing and a fly ball to shallow left center. It may drop in, and it does drop in for the base hit. Richardson opens the Yankee half of the 9th inning with a looping single to shallow left center. And the Yankees move right back. And out of the Yankee dugout on the third base side comes the former Pittsburgh Pirate, who incidentally holds the Pirate record for home runs hit by a left-handed batting first baseman, 27. Dale Long is coming on now. This will be his second at-bat in the series, has yet to hit. And in the Yankee season, in a total of 26 ball games, Dale Long hit for a total of 366 with 3 home runs and 10 runs batted in. Dale Long is batting now for DeMaestri. A power hitter, a left-handed batter, and he can reach that right field barrier here in Forbes Field with any one swing. Now the lead by Richardson. The set, the pitch by Friend is swung on, and foul ball is going to be out of play. Strike 1. Dale Long, powerfully built left-handed swinger, waiting now. The 1-strike pitch from Bob Friend. Here it is, high and away, and a ball. 1-1. Incidentally, we want to remind you the broadcast is authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the Commissioner of Baseball solely for the entertainment of our listening audience, and any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the express consent of the Commissioner is prohibited. And now the 1-1 swing and a line drive. It's going to be a base hit out on the right field corner. Clemente plays it on the first hop. Richardson holds second, and Long delivers with a line single to right field, and the Yankees are back at it again. Back to Back-to-back base hits, and the Yanks have the tying runs at first and second, and Roger Maris slated to step in. In the Pirate bullpen in the right field corner, Harvey Haddix and Vinegar Ben Mizell are warming. And the sign has gone to the bullpen, and it will be Harvey Haddix. Well, Bob Friend has certainly been as unlucky as a Pirate pitcher could be in this World Series. He is out of the ball game, faced two men, they both hit safely. And now leaves the ball game for Harvey Haddix. This for Harvey will be his second 1960 World Series appearance. He started one ball game and won it. He pitched 6 1/3 innings, allowed 5 base hits. In the year, Haddix had a record of 11 wins and 10 defeats. Harvey Haddix is coming on now. He was the winning pitcher in game number 5. And as we look to the Yankee bullpen in the left field corner, Casey Stengel has Whitey Ford warming. What a 7th and concluding game to a World Series. Harvey Haddix up on the mound, and the first batter to face him will be Roger Maris, Mickey Mantle, and Yogi Berra in that order. Going back very quickly to check on game number 5, you will recall that Roger Maris hit a home run off Harvey Haddix in the 3rd inning of that 5th game. Haddix completing his tune-up tosses. And the Yankees have demonstrated once again that power that brought them along to their American League pennant, that saw them sweep 15 at the end of the year and win. And now here in the 9th inning with the Pirates out in front by a score of 9-7, virtue of a tremendously exciting 3-run home run by Pirate catcher Hal Smith. Suddenly see that lead in danger again. And Harv Haddix has been called upon by Danny Murtaugh to see if he can stop the rampaging Yankees in the top of the 9th. He was Haddix, one of the principal actor in one of baseball's most exciting episodes, May 26, 1959 in Milwaukee, for 12 innings. This is the fellow who set the Braves down in order, only to lose the perfect game, a no-hitter, and the contest itself 1-0 in the 13th inning on an error, an intentional walk, and a base hit. Well, here is Haddix in an equally dramatic situation with Long at first base and Richardson at second base. Maris steps in against Harvey Haddix. None out in the top half of the 9th inning. Haddix throws low, ball 1. Believe me, the Pirate fans at Forbes Field are right up on the edge of their chair. The Yankees have the tying runs on first and second base with none out, and a count of 1 ball, no strikes to Roger Maris. Haddix all ready to go. He throws, swinging a high pop-up right behind the plate. Hal Smith is moving over under it. He's got a lot of room and a lot of time. He's got it. One out, and more trouble to come in the person of Mickey Mantle. Mantle will face Haddix as a right-handed swinger. And Mantle this afternoon has 2 base hits in the ball game. With a run batted in, he has scored a run. The Pirates lead 9-7. 1 out. Top of the 9th. Yankee runners at first and second base. Mantle steps in, and Haddix looks down at battery-mate Hal Smith, about all ready to go. Haddix now into the abbreviated stretch. He sets, and the first pitch to Mantle is down low, ball 1. in the on-deck circle off the third base side for the Yankees. Pirates 9, Yankees 7. One away. Richardson, the runner at second base for the Yankees. At first base, Dale Long. And Harvey Haddix out of the bullpen trying to stop the Bombers. The little left-hander into the abbreviated stretch again. He kicks and throws, and Mantle swings, and there's a line drive base hit out into the right field alley. Chasing the ball down is Clemente. Around third, heading for the plate comes Richardson. Clemente bobbled the ball around. Down to third base goes Long, and Richardson scores the Yankees' 8th run. Long goes to third base. Mantle has singled his third hit of the afternoon. And his second run batted in. He hit one down the alley, a line drive in right center. Clemente got to the ball, tried to grab it while running full tilt, and batted the ball out in front of him. Long came zooming right along into third base. Mantle holds first. One out, runners on the corners at first and third. And at the plate, Yogi Berra, who bombed one into the right field seat, a 3-run home run back in the 6th inning to snatch away a 4-1 lead that the Pirates at that time enjoyed and put the Yankees in front 5-4. Here is Berra. He has one hit in 3 official at-bats. Long, the tying run, edges off third base. Mantle is on at first. The set by Haddix. The pitch to Berry is low and away and a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. "90 feet away, here on the top of the 9th inning, is the tying run. And now time called momentarily. Casey Stengel out in front of the dugout, and I think he wants Gil McDougald into the ball game as a runner for Dale Long, and that's the story. McDougald will now run for Dale Long at third base.
Running for Dale Long, Gil McDougald.
McDougald replaces Long as the runner for New York at third in the top of the 9th inning. One away, Berra waiting the 1-0 pitch from Harvey Haddix. Mantle, the runner at first base. The Pirates 9, the Yankees 8, and the pitch coming down to Berra is outside, low for a ball. 2-0 now. Well, this is what you always hope for in the World Series. Baseball at its most exciting. And that is exactly what we have this afternoon. Now Haddix ready to go again. The count, 2 balls, no strikes to Berra. He throws. Swinging a drive hit right to first base. He's got a tag up to first base and then tags Mantle. No, he missed him, and the tying run scored. Mantle is safe at first base in one of the weirdest plays, and we'll go back and tell you what happened. Berra ripped a line drive down the first base side. Stewart, or rather Nelson, the first baseman, fielded the ball in the first hop and tagged up. That made Berra the second out of the inning. Then he tried to tag Mantle, who dove back to the bag, and he missed him. And while so doing, the tying run scores. A line drive caught by Nelson. And he tried to tag Mantle coming back in to double him up to end the ball game and missed the tag. And now here is Skowron. Down low, ball 1. Both of those runs, of course, are charged to Bob Friend. The game has been tied on the top of the 9th. 2 out. Mantle still that runner at first base. And the pitch to Skowron, swinging a ground ball up the third base side. Going hard to his right. Grote has it. Throws to second. They force Mantle coming in for the final out. But the Yankees rampage back with 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors and a man left. And the score at the end of 8 1/2 innings of play, it's the New York Yankees 9 and the Pittsburgh Pirates 9. The last half of the 9th inning. Changes made by the Yankees. McDougald goes to third base. Cletus Boyer moves over to play shortstop. And Ralph Terry, of course, on the mound will be facing Mazeroski. And to go over that Berra play once again, it was a hard-hit drive down the first base side. The Nelson fielded on the first hop and tagged the bag at first. That eliminated Berra. He was out. And then Mantle could have been in a rundown, but it was not the case. He dove back safely to first base. Here's a ball one, too high now to Mazeroski. And the Yankees have tied the game in the top of the ninth inning. Well, a little while ago when we mentioned that this one in typical fashion was going right to the wire, little did we know. Art Ditmar throws. Here's a swing and a high fly ball going deep to left. This may do it. Back to the wall goes Berra. It is over the fence, home run. The Pirates win. Mazeroski has hit a 1-0 pitch over the left field fence at Ford Field to win the 1960 World Series for the Pittsburgh Pirates by a score of 10-0. Once again, that final score, the Pittsburgh Pirates, the 1960 World Champions, defeat the New York Yankees, the Pirates 10 and the Yankees 9. Back at Ford Field, it is all over in one of the most dramatic finishes on history. Bill Mazeroski has hit his second World Series home run over the left field barrier, 406 feet away, and the Pirates are the 1960 World Champions of baseball. And Jack, you could employ a lot of script writers and pay a lot of money, but try and write a better finish to a ball game or a more exciting one.
Chuck, from the very first pitch down here to the last one, which Mazeroski hit over the 406 sign to win it and make the Pirates world champions, this ball game was filled with drama, excitement. It had everything, and the Pirates are the world champions of 1960. On Billy Mazeroski's home run, leading off the last half of the ninth inning, the final score 10-9. The Pirates had 10 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left only one man on base all afternoon. The Yankees had 9 runs on 13 hits, 1 error, 6 men left on. The winning pitcher, Harvey Haddix, his record now 2-0 in the World Series. The loser, Ralph Terry, his record 0-2. 36,683 fans were here, and Ed Mazeroski was jumping around the bases when he saw the ball disappear into Shenley Park like a little kid with a brand new toy, and there's no reason not to do anything like that, because that fella gave himself and his teammates the 1960 Baseball World Championship, and also about $8,500 a piece or $9,000 a piece, something like that. And now to wind up this World Series broadcast, let's pick up Bob Prince and some of those victorious, happy Pirates. Bob, take it away. Here's the president of the National League. Come on up here, Mr. Giles. We want Mr. Warren Giles, the president of the National League, to come up here, give you help up. Come on, Danny. Warren, I know how happy you are about this World Series.
Oh, I tell you, this is one of the biggest ones yet, and it shows what teamwork and guts and determination can do, because the Pirates have shown that all year. And they beat a great Yankee ball club,
No question about it. Thank you very much, President Warren
Okay, well,
Giles.
congratulations to you, because I know how you were pulling.
Oh, man, I was. Hey, Hal Smith, come up here a minute, Hal. Come up here on television, coast to coast. And, Hal, on TV a minute. Wait a minute. I want him on my TV. We're fighting photographers. Hal, a great home run you hit.
Thank you.
And we're going coast to coast. The folks want to get a good look at you, and it was a long,
Wonderful, boy. It was a wonderful day.
And, of course, I never thought we'd come back like we did, but come back we did, huh?
We come back just like we always did all year, didn't we?
That's right, Hal. Thank you. Here's Bill Mazeroski. Stuck the game-winning blow. Hey, wasn't that something, Billy?
Oh, I can't even talk. I'm so tired.
What'd you do? You didn't have to run very far, did you, boy?
Oh,
What was the pitch you hit, Bill?
It was a high fastball.
A high fastball. That did it, and the Pirates are the world's champions for the first time since 25. Joe Brown and Don Hoke. Here's our general manager, Joe Brown. Don Hoke, want to be seen coast to coast. Tiger, a tremendous victory.
Bob, this is one of the greatest team efforts I've ever seen, I'll tell you that, and I'm awful proud to be a part of it.
Well, I know that they're all proud to have you there, and Joe Brown, what a great job you did as general manager of this fine
Guys
championship
around
club.
you here did it, Bob.
Yeah.
God Almighty, it was just wonderful. I think it was just sheer guts against power, and the guts came through. This is. I'm speechless.
I know you are. I know how you feel. Here's Tom Johnson, Dick Groth. We're going coast to coast, Dick. I know you're real happy about
I feel wonderful, Bob. It's the greatest ball club in the world.
World's champion, Dick Groth. How's it sound?
Wonderful. The greatest feeling in the world to be the world champion. They thought we were dead, but we bounced back, didn't we, Bob?
Yes, you did. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Dick Groth. Let me get Vern Law over here. I want to have Vern Law come over. Tom Johnson, yep. I've got my scorecard.
We had them all the way, didn't we? It was real easy.
This is Tom Johnson, the vice president of the Pittsburgh Ball Club. Tom, I know how happy you are.
Oh, you can see that, Bob. This is a great ball club, and everyone's done a marvelous job all year, and it's great to bring a championship of the world to Pittsburgh.
Well, it certainly is, and here's a guy that pitched his heart out, went as far as his left leg would go, Vern Law. Deacon, I know you were disappointed, but you're happy that you're with a world.
You're not kidding, Bob. I'm feeling great right now. You betcha.
Well, I want to congratulate you on your 2 great victories and the way you hung in there and never cried a bit about that left ankle. I know it bothered you.
That's fine, Bob. Thanks.
Vern Law, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Billy Burden, our fleet-footed center fielder. Wasn't that a dandy, Billy?
That was the best, Bob. I don't think there's ever been a better one.
Well, I don't know if there has been either. I'm glad that we're not getting ourselves thrown apart. Here's our winning pitcher, Harvey Haddix. Harvey, you made it 2 in this World Series, big boy.
Oh, it's wonderful. I've never had anything more wonderful happen to me.
Well, I know you haven't. Bob, thank you. And here's
how sweet it is, Bob.
Yeah, here's our little little Spanky Burgess. That's the 2 base hits today, and they were big ones, Smoke.
Yes,
nice
so, well, that's a great thrill, Bob. A big thrill.
We'll see you back next year, huh?
What do you say, Gunner?
Well, Dog, how are you? Bob Skinner, our left fielder, finally got back in action. How's that thumb?
Fine. They had to get the dog in there to win, I guess.
That World Championship changed their hands real quick, didn't it?
It sure did. It's all healed now.
All right, Bob, thank you. Good luck to you. Best of luck. And here's Roy Pace, who made 4 great appearances in the World Series and had the misfortune to see one go out against him by Yogi Berra. But, Roy, you didn't mind that as long as we won.
That's right. As long as the team wins, don't make a difference what happens to me. I'm happy the team won. Beat the Bucks. Can't beat the Bucks, can they? No, sir. Can't beat the bad Buccos, I'll tell you that.
That's for Tito Samoli.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got them. They broke all the records and we won the game. How about that?
There's a good one. Broke all the records and we won the game.
We won the game, right here.
Yeah, that's it. Here's Mayor Joe Barr. Mayor, congratulations.
I don't know whether my wife can deliver or not. I hit her when Hal Smith made that home run.
Well, what'd you do when Mazeroski came up? Thank you, Mayor Barr. Here's the president of the ball club, Mr. John Galbraith. And, Mr. Galbraith,
I just want to ask you one question instead of you ask me. We paid our debt to the city, the people of Pittsburgh.
I think you have, and you've given your voice to it, too, haven't you?
Give everything I've got.
You wouldn't trade a Kentucky Derby victory for this, John.
You're trying to get me when I'm vulnerable.
All right, okay.
Which way did you get in? I've been trying to get you in there.
This is Bob Rice, our traveling secretary. Robert, we're seen coast to coast.
Very good. Great, Rob. Just the best.
Good to see you.
I can't talk.
All right, well, I'm not going to be able to do much more. And the commissioner of baseball, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ford Frick. Commissioner, without question, one of the most exciting World Series in all time.
Well, this is my 39th, and I never saw a finish like that one, Bob. Never.
Did you ever see a World Series where we got the Pirates got beaten so badly and then turned right around and come on to take it as they did?
Well, you know, World Series, like everything else, there's only one that counts. That's that last run that wins the final game.
Well, it was a thriller, and Commissioner Frick, thank you very much.
That was terrific. It was a terrific series, well played, and beautifully handled, I thought.
Thank you, Commissioner Ford Frick. Here's Rocky Nelson, one of the stars in our ball game. Rocky, I know how delighted you are to be a member of the World Champion Pirates.
Pretty wonderful, Bob. You can't beat it, I'll tell you, when you're on top. We just finished a great year, that's all. It was a team effort, and it was a team effort today. Everybody hit the ball.
All right, Rocky, thank you. Here's Danny Murtaugh. You Irishman, you did it.
By golly, Bob, what a finish. But we've been doing that all the year, and I think the fans are looking forward to it.
That's a lovely finish. Well, thank you very much, Dan, John Galbraith. And I'll just say thank you to everybody. I hope you fans have enjoyed hearing from these very happy world champion Pittsburgh Pirates.